How are you not level 10? We're all
That's why I keep almost dying.
I love it that we have chatters already in the chat, and we weren't even live yet with audio. Lord
really?
Forth was in there, Maya Morph, Magic, of course, and then Lord Forth said he did an experiment to prove that flat earthers were wrong. He raised his bloodhog olive out to feel the earth spin. And he did a slight wobble too. I love that. That is awesome.
My favorite logic is that if the world was flat, all the cats would have pushed everything off the side by now.
That is clever. I like that.
I have a surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
But do you want to wait till we're live on video, or you want to just for us?
It's just for you guys.
Okay, all right. Well, but all of our viewers are going to want to see this.
I can show it again after.
Okay, all right. Show us now, and then we can let all them hide.
Yeah.
Oh!
So cool.
Look at that.
Wait, put it back up. I gotta pin you.
Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look at that!
What are they for?
You know what that is?
Oh my.
No, you can't say. You can't say now. You have to wait. You have to wait till because we want everybody to see it. Like we want them to be wondering.
Okay. I'm terrible at surprises. Although, okay, so I'm waiting for my t-shirts to get done. Once the t-shirts are done, these are actually going to go in there with the t-shirts. There's also other surprises that I won't tell you that are in there, but I can't contain my secrets. All the secrets at one time or I'll explode. So I had to at least tell you one thing.
Okay.
So,
It's a layering of secrets over time.
Secrets.
Lilith is nothing but secrets. She's actually the.
her hair.
She
You know why
is
her
the
hair is so
mistress.
big? It's because it's full of
Oh,
secrets.
secret. How big are the hoops she wearing?
It's the equivalent of a big purse.
Hi, Pan. Hi, Storm.
I'm so sorry. Set Monkey said he came in for the silent show. He's disappointed that he's hearing voices now.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Yeah.
We
Sorry.
can mime things for you.
We tried.
I've been miming my whole life.
I've been made to be silent my whole life.
He's been training up to this point.
Hey, no worries, Storm Power. Congrats on the win. I'm going to mention this again in a little bit, but I owe apologies to all of our fans. I am like 2 weeks behind on getting giveaways out. No excuse, but I started a new.
Poor wife.
Yeah, it's my fault, not hers. I started a new job, which is a good thing. It's all wonderful. I'm blessed. Lots of great. It's my first new job in over a decade, and it's really cool what's going on. But it's commanding a lot of my time, and I'm not as active in Discord. But I promise you, in the next couple of weeks, as things settle out, I'll be more active in Discord, and my shipments will start getting more regular. So I'm going to get the list to her in the next couple of days. All of you who are waiting for your masks, your hats, your mouse pads, your sweatshirts, all that stuff is going to go out here in the next few days. And it is not the shipping department's fault, which is my wife. It is my fault. Thank you for your patience. This has been a public service announcement.
You know, I feel like doctors and nurses have the most patience.
That's a true dad joke there. Well done.
Except the farmer who has the apple tree.
Okay, I'm feeling really dumb right now. Hold on.
Don't worry, y'all are.
Patience, patience. Apple tree, apple core, seeds. I don't get it. Rory, help us.
Well, they can't have patience when an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Oh, the dad jokes are getting worse and worse.
Gosh dang it. I was like, because he's always trying to branch out because he's around a seedy bunch. Like, God.
And I really want to like that one. It's not working right now.
I had to use the dad joke emoji.
I see the dad joke. I love it.
Oh man, I am ready for this stream. I hated not playing last week.
Right?
Like, Vivi, you're muted.
It keeps me alive for one more week, so I was okay with it.
You're not gonna die. Rule number 1.
No fate chips left.
I have so many dice right now. I will make sure you live.
She throws them at the camera. What now, mother trucker? Oh man. How are the chatters doing? Are you chat-tabulous? I made dinner tonight.
That's good.
Oh man, it was good. It was a chicken parmesan wrap. I love Skitty Taste. Fantastic place, by the way. Why are you guys picking each other's noses?
I
That's
wasn't
weird.
picking his nose.
If you guys go diagonal like this, you
Wait,
could
wait.
pick each other's
This way?
noses.
No.
No,
No,
you're
because-
down.
because
For me,
Josh
you're...
is under me.
Oh, see, it looks
Oh,
different on
wow.
everybody's screen.
It's like
Josh
John.
is here for me, and Vivi is down.
See, Josh is below me.
Wow, how many
Josh is
people am
below
I
me.
below? And I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
another thing.
You're a bottom, I see.
Oh gosh.
It definitely took Vivi and I a hot minute to figure out how to give high
High
fives.
fives.
Because let's see, I've got here is Terry, and then Josh is there, and Vivi is there, and then Roy's there.
Oh, see.
Oh, there we go. I didn't know we could do this.
Oh yeah, you can rearrange them.
I've been pinning John's screen.
Wait,
and
what?
I just looked
You
at the
can
rest of
grab
Yeah,
and
you can
rearrange. You guys know this,
rearrange
right?
Wow.
What? You can grab
No.
and rearrange?
This is amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so whose view are we gonna go with?
Yeah.
How
we
do
gotta
you
pick-
rearrange
Put
them?
John in
You
the top middle.
click and hold and
John
move
is always on the
On the
top.
dots?
Well, I guess it depends.
John
on
for me is always
Is
top
it?
left.
Mine
I
is
have...
in the order of the actual stream cams.
Oh, see.
Because
mine-
I'm the
See,
first
that
one
makes
in.
sense.
Do you have us like small, like in a line on the top? Or do you
Yeah.
Wait,
have-
I think.
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you guys what you look like on my. I can
Yes,
make
please.
this possible.
Yeah,
I
send
have
us them
you-
pics.
I have you all in a line on top in a big image.
Oh, see, I don't
Oh,
have
that
that. I
makes
have all
sense.
6 people in there.
Oh, I like that way better.
How do you do
What is?
that?
What?
I can't
Oh, no.
You
see.
cannot move a video while people are pinned.
No.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah, you have to
unpin.
unpin
I
us.
shared it to our group. That's
Hold
how
on,
you
I'm
are.
gonna share mine too, since we're doing this right now. Everybody,
Okay.
everybody share your
Oh,
view.
okay. so
Fancy
yours-
curved screen. How do you do that?
That's beautiful. Also,
My
where's your
screen
other,
is curved.
Where's your other screen with the chat? Do you have another monitor?
Oh, yeah, I have a second monitor.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So how do you?
I only have one monitor, so.
Oh, that's
view?
tough. See, there's mine.
Oh, there we go. John.
See, you've got 2 rows. I have 3 rows, 2 columns.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys are.
Because I'm running.
Rose.
Because my
I
Zoom
have-
is there,
Or my-
this thing's here, and then this stuff's over here.
I have 3 bingos. I don't know about you.
All right. We are going to go live here with video. And thanks everybody for being with us. Let me turn down the ambient music.
Be right back.
Thank you so much to Adrian Von Ziegler. Adrian Von Ziegler stuff, I shout him out all the time. Some of the coolest fantasy music. It is license free on YouTube. Any of the streamers out there, or heck, you don't have, no, forget that. You don't have to be a streamer. Just somebody who likes to play D&D in your house with your friends. You can pull up some of the coolest soundtracks from Adrian Von Ziegler. It's all licensing free. No, he is not a sponsor of the show. Yes, he is a super cool guy. All right, so to... One more thing to paste. There we go. Now they're hearing both us and the audio, the video. See, I got so many different views here. I just, one of these days I'm going to do a whole Lore Masters Arcanum and let people see behind the curtain. There is a price to pay for all the cool stuff we do here at Blue Box. But we are live and everything should be good tonight. The sound will be nice and tight and you're going to have a great night watching all of the Greyhawk Awakening chicanery. And thank you to all of you that stuck with us last week, watched our silent stream, which many of you said was the most fun you've had, so that just tells me I need to talk less.
Before I look like a fool, we are in a desert, right?
You are in a desert.
Not technically.
I mean, like you're in the foothills. Like it's a desert map I use, so that's probably consider it like sparse foothills. You're out in more of a scrub land than a proper desert, but it's kind of in that direction. You're not in the forest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Evelyn.
I didn't say anything.
No, I said what happened to Josh. What
He's
happened
doing
to
the
Josh?
whole. You can't hear me, but
Nah.
he was playing with a tooth.
He's never done that before.
Rory's audio is a bit soft. Everybody else sounds good. Gimbal. Well, I think everybody might be a touch quiet. I had to turn down the map video. How's it sound now? I think I had my map video up too high.
Yeah.
This is
How do I
Gimbal.
sound now?
This is
You're not my real dad.
You sound great. Lilith, you still
Just
sound a bit
full-on
quiet.
eat the microphone.
It's really
Hey, touch quiet.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right.
good ASMR.
Let's hear you, Josh.
ASMR. I love it.
Josh, speak. No, I couldn't even hear you.
Oh, sorry. Cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns.
Cinnamon.
All right, so now, Josh, you are the quietest among us.
Brownies.
Well, it's
Brownies.
still a little soft.
Yeah, everybody else
Still
sounds good.
coming.
Just Josh is quiet now.
What? How?
Someday it'll arrive. Someday.
Yeah, like Evelyn, you sound great. Vivi sounds great. Rory sounds great.
Okay, good.
Terry sounds great. It's just Josh is a bit quiet now. And while he's figuring that out, our oldest sponsor, and oh my gosh, such cool stuff I have coming from him, Dragon Crafting Guild. He has brand new trays he's sending me this week. I got the tracking number. The beholder trays and other special items, backlit trays, stuff you've never seen given away on Blue Box before. You've only seen it from our players. You are going to see it coming up in the next week.
Mouse
Trade.
game.
Guaranteed to roll more nat 20s, except not really, but actually, yes, really, ask Millie. It is happening. Oh, I'm full of bars tonight. And then our newest sponsor, the amazing Cozy Gamer Dice. I got new dice coming in the new year. Oh, wait, what? Not just new dice. I talked about this on Sunday. All of my lovely mad chatters, all of you incredible players, we have custom Blue Box dice coming in the new year with the Blue Box Dragon on the appropriate part of each die. And you know what I mean by that. And
What do you mean about
that did sound, that came out all wrong.
Crazy.
Wait. Back the phone up.
That came out all wrong. All right, you know what I mean. So on a D20, it'll be on the 20. On a D6, it'll be on the 6. That's what I meant. All right, a Cozy Gamer. PG, it is PG, you're right.
All of a sudden we have sound.
Yeah. Yes, Mystical Unicorn, they're going to be great. Oh, Mikey B, good to see you, sir. Set Monkey. Let me see. Oh, C. Carson's on tonight. Yes, he was the PG comment. I saw Hutchback. Good afternoon to you as well, sir, and congrats on all your success. Canadian Ancient Gamer, DJ title DJ DM John. Okay, I don't know if I'm ready for DJ DM John, but I am appreciative of all of the support, and we are ready to get started. Welcome to Blue Box and Greyhawk Awakening. So I want to start off with just another shout out. This probably won't do this again anytime soon, but I don't want to neglect. I mentioned it on Sunday. I mentioned it on a stream we had with GHA a couple of weeks ago. But Canadian Ancient Gamer Patrick, he sent all of these gorgeous books. These are all reprints from a group called Lightning Source, which ironically is like 15 minutes from my house. And they are all the old modules. And he sent these to Jay, he sent them to me, I think maybe to Carlos. He sent them a few people. He's just such a supporter of the community as a whole. And we are deeply appreciative of it. Also, Our other sponsors, Frederica Draws, beautiful artwork. What you're seeing right now on the screen, Shorewind's up on the screen right now. She did all of this artwork. We have new artwork coming for Squeaks. And that's actually coming from a different source. That's going to come from our own viewer who's super active here. And Mark Views will have a piece of artwork for Squeaks. But Frederica Draws does all the rest of this. And then we have Mantic Games. And I was texting Martin from Mantic Games. We've been struggling. He's tried to send me 2 shipments now. You've heard me talk about Mantic Games now for probably 3 months. They just aren't getting here, and they're shipping out of the UK, and so we're struggling to figure out what that is, but it will work out soon, and Martin has been fantastic. I am so impressed with them as a company. Steve Bloodwild actually got us introduced to them, and you will be seeing Terrain Crate from Mantic Games here quite soon. And who did I forget? I forgot someone. Evelyn.
Atris?
Atris Miniatures, yes. How could I forget Jorge? Wonderful painter. Many of our minis were painted by Atris, and we've actually got an LMA, or Lore Masters Arcanum show with Jorge of Atris Minis up on our channel, and please check him out. All right. Let's get straight into the action tonight. We're going to start first of all with a quick overview of what happened last time. Player intros. We are going to do a Monster Monday. We want to get all that done. It's 5:08. I'd like to get that done in the next 9 minutes. So let's try to make it happen by 5:17. And we're going to start with what happened last time.
Alright, so last time Burn disappeared. Jordan was in a bit of panic. He ran to the inn as fast as possible and warned everybody, throwing coins at them and telling them that it would keep people from spying on them, or at least that's what Burn had told him. Lilith was a little uncertain about it, and Millie convinced her maybe it was for the best of them to take it. Then Shorewind hurried himself and everyone else upstairs to try to find Brim and Gimble, who had a conversation prior to going into the inn. When everyone else arrived at the room, Gimble had been washing Brim's feet upstairs after having obtained a rag and some water from Dahlia, I believe the bar wench, who works in the welcome wench. And as everyone arrived, it was quite a sight, and there was a bit of confusion, but Shorewind basically said everybody needs to get their stuff and we need to get out of here, like, right now. There was a little bit more discussion, which Shorewind was not very fond of. And then Osler came, added his 2 cents to let everyone know that there was something going on there were some missing people in the wood nearby to the east. The group decided later on to probably not proceed to follow that path quite yet, as Shorewind wanted to see if he could possibly find his sister Githa again. He wanted to make another attempt to do so. Everyone agreed to that. Millie procured a cart from Osler's for them to take their 2 chests in that they had acquired along the way. Lilith then made sure Shorewind had eaten something because he was acting a little hangry. And so... and she was trying to get his emotions out of him, which he was... So Shorewind ended up helping Millie with one of the chests down the stairs, running away from Lilith as she followed behind, trying to get him to answer some questions. The cart got loaded up. Brim then had a moment with the rest of the party, asking if they could help him pay for his armor, as he had promised Brother Smith that he would do. Everyone agreed, and Millie made quite the speech about, everyone being a necessary part, and we needed to keep Brim safe, so of course, they would be, happy to help. And so Brim went and got his armor from Brother Smith, had a bit of a conversation with Smith, and told him that he had decided that he would vow to be good and do good. And then Brim rejoined the party, and then Millie asked him to probably go ahead and put his armor on because he wasn't initially going to do that. And then Lilith made a Burn joke about him putting his armor on because, that's how Lilith rolls. And then we made on our way toward, on the road toward a Gallows Corner, and as we were making our way, we encountered a giant along the road. Brim tried to have a bit of a diplomatic moment with the giant, but there was a little bit of miscommunication and combat began. We won initiative, and that's how we ended last time.
Well done. And yes, all the Mad Chatters are on fire. Mark Views, I hope you heard me mention earlier, you're on the hook for Squeaks. I know that's coming soon. And we have several people suspecting that the Mantic Games stuff may be stuck in customs. I don't think it is. I've gotten other stuff from overseas, but it's possible. And I'm working through that with Martin, who has been, as I said earlier, incredible. And yes, and Canadian Nation Gamer just plugged, plug for Carlos of Castle Entertainment. Carlos is awesome. One of the top 2 or 3 Patreons I recommend. If you're not supporting Anna and Carlos, you are missing out. They are fantastic. And then, let me see here. Yes, I saw you're here. Goats are great. Actually, I think Wizards is bringing certain Greyhawk content. It's very selective. There are some rights to Greyhawk which are owned by others, ironically, which includes our friends over at Troll Lord Games. And we're still hoping to see, thank you for joining the Mad Chatters. You are part of now the most elite chat group in all of D&D Twitch. And that was a fantastic Brim, yes, quite the haircut. So when he does Monster Monday here in a second, we'll let him explain why. Okay, you did a great job, super fast, thank you. Let's go through each PC. Tell us your level, your class, your race, and something about your character. And we're going to start with Gimbal.
My name is Gimbal. I am 3'1". I'm a wizard illusionist gnome. I've died once, almost twice. I forget, honestly. What?
You said once, twice. I just said 3 times a lady.
Yeah, something like that.
You have died once.
I hope not. So that's about me. I have a new little friend. It's a little mouse called Squeaks. And yeah, that's me.
All right, let's go. Hey, thank you, Grant at KMB, for the host. Also, saw Lord Gasumba did as well earlier, and I didn't mention that, but thank you, sir. Great patron of our show. Let's go to Terry. Tell us about Shorewind.
Indeed, I am Shorwin, Tesla of Corewood, a cavalier of yet still the 4th level. Someday we'll rest, but not today, with my trusty steed Winston. And I've come close to death, but alas, the fates have been with me.
Well played. Let's go to Lilith. Lilith, Vivi, are you okay tonight? You look tired. I know you're such an enthusiastic player. You had a hard day. This is not judgment. This is all love. And drink that coffee down and we'll carry you tonight. There have been many nights the DM needed to be carried. We will help you tonight. Tell us about Lilith.
Lilith is a level 5 wild elf druid. She is currently not obsessed with Winston and not obsessed with Squeaks. She is obsessed with peeling back the layers. That is Shorewind. And revealing his inner core and his sole purpose.
Like an onion.
Like an onion.
Everybody love parfait.
Her hair is full of secrets. Her pockets are full of secrets. And her best friend Millie.
Wow, well done, very nice. Let's go to the aforementioned Millie.
Hello, dears. I'm Mary Millie Von Tonth. I am a level 5 half-elven swashbuckler. My loves are gold, whiskey, shiny things, and my best friend Liv. And let's see, yes, currently I'm driving a cart and I'm not sure exactly what to do with it while we're about to be fighting a giant. So yes.
Well done. And yes, we love the best friendery happening between Millie and Lilith, which has created Lilith. Millith, rather. And let's go to...
My parents created me.
There's something Millie needs to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I've been saving this. We love our cliffhangers here at Blue Box. All right, let's go to Josh and tell us about Brim, and then shift to our Monster Monday when you're done.
Alright. The name's Brim. I'm a half-ogre fighter, level 4. I now have a great big great sword and half-plate armor to match. The sword will soon be used to cleave down the man that had it made. The man known by Uthar.
And now, time for Monster Monday. Even in this dark, I got stark sight. I can see you even in the deadest of nights. There's a chilling in the air. Must be that time. Just kidding, it's me with the icy rhyme. Step in from layers. Stay chill, slay haters. Coming to the table just to slay players. Talk about cold shoulder when these walls go up. Recharge it back if that 6 comes up. I say I'm icy, I'm sleek, I'm large, you're weak. Cause it's cold in here like that bone chilling shriek. You run and hide, but I got that blind sight. My whispers in your mind telling you to fear. Taking down adventurers with only my spear. Kiting all across me, fire, you done lost me. At the end of the day, I'll need to be flossing, cause that's what you get when you try and double cross me.
Woo! A round of applause. I purposely don't watch the Monster Mondays on Instagram so I don't spoil them for myself. Viewers, guess the monster. You have a Howl Ogre from Myomorph, which I think was a half ogre. You have a Carrion Crawler, a T-Rex. Oh, Mikey, come on.
I think it's a T-Rex.
Predator, Ice Devil. Ice Devil, that's a good guess. Let's see here. Howl, or Ha, sorry, no. I didn't think we were going 2001 Isaac Asimov here, but we could. That was the first one. Was there an Ice Devil up earlier? Is that what he meant, or? No, I don't see it. All right. Any other guesses? A Demon Lord? All right, we need to, if that's a Demon Lord, what Demon Lord, though? That would have to be more specific, Moose.
Come on, Moose.
We'll give him another minute. A Fear Demon is Pat's guess. So we have a Fear Demon, an Ice Devil, a Predator, a T-Rex, a Cancan, which I assume was Carrion Crawler.
Cancun crawlers.
And, well, he didn't put the U there. That's Cancan. I don't know, whatever. So, all right. Tharizodon. Ooh, now we're going Greyhawk lore. Well played. Astrin. Oh, that is so cold. All right, let's get started.
I did say fire, you done lost me, so.
Yeah, so what is it, Josh?
It is an Ice Devil.
The Ice Devil was the correct guess. Congratulations, Rocks. Well done, sir. And we are going to jump now straight into the action. You'll recall last time, as said, the party has fled. They left out of Hamlet, and they were under instruction from the not much now beloved Byrne, who warned them they were being hunted. But there was enough ancillary evidence, they felt this was probably good warning. So he gave them talismans, which he assured would at least interfere, if not prevent scrying, and urged them to flee the city. As they fled, initially there had been talk about moving toward the gnarly forest, but they decided, as Millie mentioned, that they were going to go look for the lost sister of Shorewin. As they traveled the scrublands, hill lands outside of Hamlet, they were just a few hours outside of town, and they encountered the hill giant. The hill giant, as they initially approached him, they tried to reason with him, and there was an attempt by Brim to converse with the creature in its own language. And this attempt was unsuccessful, and an initiative was rolled, which the party won. And so we will now move to the party as we kick off the combat on episode 24 of Greyhawk Awakening, entitled Careful What You Wish For. All right. Since you are sort of in the front of the combat, we're going to go to you, Brim. Brim, you are facing down this massive hill giant. As you stare into his eyes, they are red-rimmed and bloodshot. You can see his tusks are coated with blood of something recently devoured. Heavy sacks You don't know what is contained in them. Hang from his belt. Okay, guys, stop that. All right. Not already. It's too early in the night to start that. Hang from his belt. He wields a massive club that he has pulled over his head, a snarl on his mouth. You can smell his fetid breath even from 4 feet away. It's like the scent of rot coming out from him. What do you do?
Does he look like a nice hill giant? Okay, I'm just going to try and go around to his back right side if I can make it there while still making an attack.
All right, so you can get to a sort of a semi-flank here. You won't truly flank him, but you can see there's a rock escarpment here. So you can only, you can jump up on top of this. It's not too tall if you wish to.
Oh, yeah, just whatever, because I was hoping to come around to the back of his left knee to try and, make his knee buckle, hitting him in the back of it.
All right, so height-wise, all right, so you're gonna leap up on top of this. So I'm gonna give you, that's gonna be a full round of action for you. You won't get an attack this round because you're about 10 feet away. Plus, you're gonna have to go up about 7 or 8 feet up on top of this rock escarpment.
Oh, okay.
To close around him. If you go straight in a straight line, you can get an attack this round. But if you're gonna try to flank him and come up on this rock, you're not gonna get an attack this round.
Yeah, screw it. Let's go up on the rock.
Okay. All right. You rush forward. The dirt crunches under your feet. Scrub brush kicks. With no effect, your feet just push it aside. You leap up on top of this brown, dusty rock. There's another higher rock to the side, and you pivot, coming right up beside the creature. We're going to go now to Shorewin.
Can I say something, sorry?
Yes.
I'd like to look at him and be like, in giant, big brother, stop now! And then that'll be my turn.
All right, so Big Brother, stop now, and this is obviously your second attempt to create some sort of communication or diplomacy. You rolled last time. The roll did not go well. I'm going to let you roll again, but understand in my system, if it was possible, it has become more difficult now the second time than it was the first time. So go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead. What'd you think?
No, I thought I rolled high last time. I thought it went through. But I will be using an advantage for this one, and that will just be coming down to a 13.
No, so you rolled high enough last time he heard you, but you remember the challenge he issued you at the end? The threat that he made to your fruits? So you were unsuccessul last time. You were able to communicate with him, but not to create a diplomatic connection or to change.
Gotcha.
So you didn't move him. Like in old school stuff, it would be like you'd have hostile.
No, John, we can't hear you.
Did the batteries die?
It might be his batteries. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, it doesn't get silenced if we sing it.
Yeah.
All is well.
I hope.
Oh.
Oh no. This is what the fans asked for, so
It
Yeah.
is actually.
Yes.
guess.
Multiple people.
We are giving them what they want.
this is what they get.
You know,
We're here for our chatters. We're here to
careful
please.
what you ask for.
Hey! And that's where we'll end tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming. It's been
Roll
one-
credits.
Brim.
He said it. He said it.
Brim crumples to the ground in a spray of blood. You see his entrails spread. No, all right. So
That's fine.
sorry, that was just a battery issue there. No real tech problems. Thank you, everybody. You succeeded last time in connecting or communicating with him, but not in moving him. And certainly this roll did not change anything. All right, so now we're going to go to Shorewin. You have Winston right here with you. What do you do?
We're making a straight charge at him with my lance.
All right, so you are currently mounted. And my mounted Winston, actually I'm repainting him because my Winston is white, so I don't have that handy here. But so you rush forward with your lance. Do your lance attack.
Okay, I'm using advantage. And that will be a 18.
18. As you charge forward, the giant lifts a massive club. It bats your lance away. You feel a jarring that goes through your arms. Winston neighs. No, I'm not going to do it. Winston neighs, and you charge past the creature, narrowly missing it. We're going to go to Millie.
Well, I'm still on top of the cart with the horses, so I want to try to kind of move it off to the side so that they're not in danger of being trampled in the middle of this fight. So yeah, I want to just kind of take the cart off to the side and see if I can get them
To the right or to the left?
Let's go to the right.
To the right. All right, so you snap the reins. The cart lurches. All the equipment in the back kind of lurches with it. As the horse sprints to the side, you pull the cart over here. And were you going to stop behind the rocks, or where are you going to go?
Yeah, just so that they're out of danger.
All right, you pull the cart behind the rocks here, and that will be your round. You're still atop the cart. You are now in direct eye shot. You're able to see where Brim stands atop the rock, engaging the hill giant. Now we're going to go to Lilith.
Is Lilith able to go up and attack this round? How far away is she?
A physical attack?
Yeah.
No, you're a good 15, almost 18 feet away.
Okay.
So-
She'll just cast Shillelagh on her staff then.
All right, you cast Shillelagh on your staff, and you see it arc up with your druidic magic. Now we're going to go to... Let's go to Gimbal. Gimbal, what are you going to do?
Would it be fair to say that Gimbal was on the cart, considering his tiny legs?
I'm trying to remember. Did we say that last time? Was he on the cart? I think we did. I think you were. Yes, I'm sorry. I think you were on the cart. So, but it would have been your choice when Millie snapped the reins and pulled the cart to the opposite side of the rock. You could have remained on the cart, or you could have hopped off. What is your choice?
I mean, the cart was in front of him, and that's not ideal. So I think it would make sense for him to stay on the cart.
Okay, but you could still cast while the cart is moving. You're not, you're not doing a melee thing. So, if you want to cast a spell or something as the cart is moving, you'll make a concentration check. It won't be particularly difficult. It's not like you were hit by something, but you are atop a cart and moving, so you would make a concentration check if you want to make to cast a spell.
So at this point in time, the cart hasn't fully reached the rock.
It will by the end of the round. It's a 6-second round, right? She snaps the reins, the cart pulls. It's 6 seconds to get behind the rock. So while it's moving, if you wish to cast, you can, or if you wish to wait till the end, you can as well.
Oh, crud. So he will go ahead and during the movement cast blinding ray. So as a standard action, you can fire a shimmering ray at any foe within 30 feet as a ranged touch attack. The ray causes creatures to be blinded for 1 round. Creatures with more hit die than at your wizard level, I'm assuming him, is dazed for 1 round instead.
All right, so we're going to move this cart back a little bit because it's all simultaneous action. So as the cart, snapped by Millie at the reins, kicking up dust from the wheels, the horse neighing, you fire your spell off toward the giant. Yes, you're correct. He has more hit dice, and so he's saving against daze, and that DC is?
It's a fire a shimmering ray ranged touch attack.
Okay, so you're going to roll to hit. I see.
And I'm using advantage to do that. And what do I add for my ranged?
So it would be your dexterity and your base attack bonus.
This one's a new. Oh, here we go. So it would be. Oh, crud. Dexterity is a 3. That puts me at 15. And I'm not sure what my attack.
Your base attack bonus at your 5th level?
Yeah,
Plus
15.
5.
Yeah, so it should be plus 5.
It's
Oh.
equal to your level.
Right.
So then a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That hits. All right.
So he'll lift his hands. He'll kind of tuck Squeaks for a second in a quick moment, because previously he had cast, when he first saw the giant, speak with animals, and he'll just say, speaking to Squeaks, stay for a moment, soon if you want. And then he'll quickly look up, trying to hold his balance, and now you see me, now you don't. Please stop. I don't like this.
All right, well done. And yes, we all agree, Theater Evie is amazing. Yep. She is the bestest. That's why she is my partner here on Blue Box and purveyor of all good things. She props me up and makes me look good even though I suck. And she is...
Props master, so there you go.
See what you did there, John.
What's that? Yeah, you do. Yes, I know. Yeah. All right. And, all right. You see... there's a flash in his eyes as your spell strikes him, and he swats like there's flies in his face or parasites. All right, we're going to go now to Ashrin. Ashrin, hold on. Lilith, you're the only one that can see her from where you're standing. You have a good angle on Ashrin. You see her head snap to the side, and she says, "Oh no, there's another one!" And she points. As she points, you see she starts praying, and a holy light gathers around her hands. And now we're going to go to the giants. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The one in front of Brim, or beside Brim, you jumped up on the rock, and I'm going to say, so let me pull the cart back now, because the cart would be here behind the rock. We're going to give him an equal chance of striking at Winston and Shorewin as they charge by. Is all simultaneous action, as you recall. Or
Does dazed stop him from?
no, it gives him a minus to hit. So he's not stunned, he's dazed, right? So it's created he has a negative to his attack. That's what that creates.
Sweet.
All right, and I am going to use advantage on this roll as a DM, particularly since my lovely monster is dazed. And yeah, he would be unlikely to charge toward either of the women. He's going to either go after Brim or after Shorewin. And it is, whoops, wrong die. Brim. As you leap up on the rocks and you come toward his flanks, he pivots towards you and swings a massive club. Bound together, it looks like several pine trunks bound together with leather wrappings. As he swings it towards you, remind me of your new armor class with your armor, sir?
My new armor class is 20.
20! So much better than your previous 12. Hey, no worries, Kiegia. Good to see all the mad chatters on. Yes, great. She is. I am a great sidekick to Theater Evie. There is no doubt about that. All right, so here we go. Rolling. And that is a solid hit, not a crit. This massive club slams into your body. You feel your armor absorb a good part of the blow, but you still take. Woo! My dice are hot tonight. That's a better start.
60 disadvantage you, John.
Wait. I'm sorry. What?
Pat 66 disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Pat, gosh, I thought that was my guy. All right, let me mark that off. All right, so it slams into your side. You hear a crunch with your new half plate as it slams into your body. The wind goes out of you. You take 14 points of damage.
All right.
I need you to make a reflex save to stay atop the rock and on your feet. This is not difficult. He's strong, but you're also strong, and you got heavy armor on. So it's
Every time
only.
you said this, I've rolled incredibly low.
It's only a reflex save, DC 9.
I'm gonna use advantage.
Yes, you can.
That is an 11. Because that is what I rolled as highest.
11.
Succeeds.
That beats it. Yes, all right. You stagger back, almost falling off the rock, but you manage to hold your footing. This one you see now enters into your view as it steps forward. It pulls a huge rock over its head. It's looking right at Lilith, and we go to initiative.
Oh.
I got it.
Go.
DM has
Get it, girl.
a 4. I'm sorry, I didn't see what.
Actually, no, it's a 4 with my soft spot clear.
Okay, then roll again. Hey, by the way, real quick, if you're watching the show tonight and you're not sure about our rule sets, we're running 3.5, but we use advantage from 5e. That's been popped in the chat. But you just saw an example of some of the older school rule sets. So we use the 1e initiative, group initiative, but we still adopt the fact that there are initiative advantages with certain feats for the newer classes. So as a swashbuckler, with Swashbuckler's initiative, she gets a +1 on the d6. Now, that also could include certain monsters that may get a +1 on the d6, but in this case, a hill giant does not, and that ties. So now we roll again. DM has a 5.
Oh.
Is that your total?
A 5. 5 on the die.
A 5 on the die. You have it then with your +1. Oh, wait. No. I told you would get that once per.
I didn't add the initiative to that one. It was 5 on the die.
Oh, so we roll again then. I was going to give you the win. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to give you the win.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was...
Whoops.
Brim's waist size just went down by a few.
Oh, I lost my die. Let me roll another one. All right. DM has a 3.
Ah, you hit me with a 6.
Oh! All right. You have it. Let's see here. Brim, let's start with you. You are face to face with this giant. He snarls at you. He shouts back to you, I want nothing but your gold and your guts.
Seems you've chosen violence.
And he's going to swing with his greatsword at the neck of the beast.
Roll to hit.
Okay, come on, using advantage. Come on, advantage. Come on, amazing Dragon Crafting Guild.
How come you can't crit like Millie does?
Yeah, Millie's the critter.
Well,
that
that'll
didn't sound right
still come
either.
out to a 26.
Oh, that's a definite hit. All right. You pull your massive blade back. Remind everyone what your blade looks like, what you're wielding.
I am wielding a beautifully crafted blade, greatsword made, well, first commissioned by Uthar, but made by the master craftsman, Brother Smith. I cannot do a good enough job describing it, but it's a long, slender, beautiful blade as the light shines off of it, the blood makes it look even more pretty. The hilt. Okay, no, I need to be left alone with this blade for a
That's a personal question, Robert. No, it's not a personal question, Robert. That's right. So look, real quick here, what's most important about that? That's a 1d10 against small and medium. It's a 3d6 against large. So you roll 3d6 plus your strength damage.
Okay.
Hey, Josh, good to see you.
That is 18 damage.
Whoa! You swing. You are not catching his knee. Obviously, he's pivoted towards you, but your blade strikes right into his massive gut. You see it opens, it splits, and bits of viscera start to spill out. There's a massive roar. You smell the stench as his belly starts to split open, but his eyes grow even more fervent with rage, and he pulls the huge club over his head. We're going to go now to Millie. Millie, what are you gonna do? You're atop.
All right. I'm going to get the horses settled, make sure that they're fine, and then I'm going to. There's a rock right next to the cart, right?
Yeah, like you're within jumping distance.
Jump off the top of the cart to the rock.
All right, you leap. You're right behind. You see this happening as, hey, thank you for the sub, Sweet Tea 420. I don't know what kind of tea that is you're drinking there with the 420, but you leap up top the rock. You see as this is all happening, you see Brim's blade swing and connecting with the gut. What are you gonna do?
Can I close the distance to attack?
All right, so I don't know how clear. Oh, thank you. Are those gift subs or Zerathodon? Josh, thank you so much for all the gift subs. Old School Nate, congrats to all of our gift sub beneficiaries from the benefactor. Josh, Euclid 137, Morpheus. All right, so as soon as that clears, I'm going to show you here what we've got in the combat. So you've leaped from this. You are on this. There is now, if Brim weren't there. Hang on here 1 second. Let the last sub clear. No, you did not ruin the moment. I need to move I need to cover my own face with these sub alerts. You've got Brim in the way, so you can't make a direct route here. You could leap atop this rock. Hold on, let me just make sure you have it. You can leap atop this rock, but atop this rock, there's too much distance here. Your blade is not going to travel that. So you could leap and run off. You can cast, but so you're off the cart now. What do you do?
I just want to get as close as I can to the giant so I can hit it with my blades.
Okay, well,
I can do that.
Okay, so you would have to leap atop this rock and then leap down toward him because he's too far away currently from the. All right, you can make that full movement. You leap across. You're not going to provoke an attack of opportunity because he's engaged with Brim, and you are leaping off to his side. So you are now right by his side. We're going to go to Shorewin. Shorewin, you are successful in pivoting your steed quickly. We're going to give that as part of your Cavalier ability. So you now face the giant's flank. What do you do?
Can I get to the other giant? On my steed.
Let me see here. As you pivot around, it's tough to say. You can't judge it. You might. You could try it.
All right, I'm gonna get. So I see the second ogre or giant show up. I have a sense with Millie and Brim there. I'm gonna make a charge at the other giant.
Okay, you snap the reins, put the spur, the heel to Winston. He leaps ahead. Sand sprays out from behind his feet. The mighty steed lunges into battle. He seems eager to do so. Perhaps it wasn't even your urging. It was simply the danger that Lilith is in, which caused this. And now what we're going to do is you and I are going to roll a separate initiative because that is right, I'm going to call that right at the edge of the distance that you could travel and attack, or making that into the next round. So you and I are going to roll initiative together. I have rolled a 5 on the die.
Come on, Cozy Gamer.
I have rolled a 1 on the die.
I was like, 6, yeah!
I was like, oh, this is going to be exciting. Wah, wah.
All right.
6 is the other pretty picture.
Yeah.
All right, so Evelyn, I do need you to do me a favor. There's lots of talk about dinosaurs and Thrommel in the chat. Everyone that does that needs to be banned.
I'll just start.
And any Thrommel conversation, any dinosaur, that's a perma-ban. And then I need if I'm going to cross-reference, if I have their address, I'm going to send a dead cat to their doorstep wherever they live.
God.
Phantom just gave everyone an advantage.
Oh, including the DM?
Thank you.
I didn't. Well, yeah, we're good.
Oh, shared rewards 10 up. Thank you so much, Robert. All right, so it looks like just for the PCs, all of you get advantage. All right, as Shorewin, his hooves churn through the sand and the dust, he doesn't get the typical speed he would get on turf or harder soil, and there's a bit of a stumble as he's moving forward. You don't get there this round, but you are bearing down full charge on the second giant. Now we're going to go to Gimbal. Gimbal, you are atop the wagon, right behind Brim here. You see Millie jump off and leap off the rock. She's now on the other side of the giant. What do you do?
How far am I from Giant A and Giant B?
From Giant A, you can see here you are about 18 to 20 feet. And Giant B, you're a solid 35, 40 feet.
Perfect. For those who don't know, Squeaks has a cloak that Hannah had made for him with a little hood and a typical cloak that can button. And he also wears two small, if you think of like teaspoon size pouches on him that have powder inside of them. So Gimbal will pull out Squeaks, give him a firm, gentle but firm, like embracement of his hands, and Squeaks, these are of the same vein of those you hate. Go to the back of the other and push a pouch open into the ear of the other giant. And he'll set him down to see if he does it, but he'll set him down and then also cast Mage Hand.
All right, and so you're hold on. So you're pointing him toward this further giant, correct?
Yep.
All right.
He's giving him instructions to crawl up him and take one of those powders with an itch irritant in it, open and push it into the ear of the giant.
And I'm going to allow you to do this and still cast Mage Hand because, look, what you're doing is role-playing. Now, if somebody wants to be, persnickety about it, could you have said all of that to him in 6 seconds and then also done your somatic and verbal incant? I don't want to do that to you because you could have just said, I send Squeaks, right? But what you did was you role-played it. So we're going to let that happen. You see Squeaks, and I don't have a good mini for him yet, so I'm using this this kind of substandard rat that still has a partially white base, but that'll work. Squeaks leaps off and starts scurrying through the dirt, and go ahead and cast your Mage Hand.
So he's cast Mage Hand, and then he can move it up to 25 feet. So you point one finger at an object you can lift and move it at will from a distance.
Right.
As a move action, you can propel the object as far as 15 feet in any direction. So I guess I'd have to jump off the cart so I can be within 15 feet because I'm about 20 now.
So I'm sorry, what are you trying to do? I'm not clear.
So he wants to take one of the other larger pouches of his itchweed and slam it open against this here giant.
Did you say this here giant? We went. I know I'm in Tennessee, but you don't have to go full country on me. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I think that could be an action you can take. So you're going to leap off the cart as Squeak scurries away, and you're throwing Mage Hand.
Yep. So he'll be reaching down. He'll take his hand in his fashion of summoning this Mage Hand and just come forth, my hand of helping, and lift now a floating open bag of one of his itch powder bags and thrust it towards the face of this first giant.
Toward his face. All right. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. Let's make this a ranged attack. And I'm going to make a roll here as well.
Do this at advantage.
Okay.
So it's 5 plus 3, so that's 8.
Smite y'all. I'm sorry, what was the total?
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, he's dazed. He's still struggling with your spell. You see, so all of you see this. It's within range of everyone. You kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye, Shorewin, but everyone else can see it clearly. Suddenly, this magical hand, which you can see on the battle map here, springs out of nowhere and thrusts a pouch. You see dust blossom into the giant's face. And it starts scrabbling at its own face. It's still, again, now what this is going to create, it's not stun, but this is now another penalty to its attacks. And it is also going to lower its armor class. So each thing that you're doing is creating more vulnerability in this creature, just so you understand what's happening. All right, let's go to Millie. Millie, you are on the opposite side. No, I'm sorry, you already went. We're going to go to Lilith.
Lilith will attack with her quarterstaff. That has Shillelagh on it. Whoop. That one fell out of the tray. Doesn't count. 16. 22 to hit.
All right, so you're attacking this one here right in front of you that's
The
picking
one
up
that's
the...
in front of me that just popped out, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
You rush forward. 22 to hit. That is a hit.
Okay, so she has Shillelagh, so she'll kind of like spin the quarterstaff in her hand and like a little little skip in her step before she like charges towards the giant. She's like, let's go, and then 4, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
Ooh, okay, all right. You step forward, you crack him on the knee with your staff. You hear a pop as you smack the knee of this giant. He lets out a roar even as he drops the stone straight down on your head. We'll come to that attack in a second. We go lastly now to... Sorry, what's that?
No, nothing. I just said, well.
All right, now we go to Ashrin. Ashrin, she steps forward and she holds out her hand. You see a ray of light, looks like sunlight that pours from her hand and streaks straight toward the giant that is confronting Lilith. And as she does so, wow, okay. You see the light strikes the giant. As it does so, he staggers back, a piece of his chest burning away. You see a sizzling in his flesh. He still drops the rock on you, but he staggers back. He looks badly damaged. Whatever she did really hurt him. All right. Did I get everyone? Yes. All right. Now the one with the itch powder in his face, the daze in his eyes, the split open in his gut from Brim. He rages again, and he is focused on Brim. He doesn't even see Millie. He swings. I'm going to use advantage again on Brim.
Come on.
Brim, as his giant club comes around, you see it is headed inexorably toward your face. You see the club getting larger. You lift your grieved and gauntleted hand, and you feel the armor, boom, bats the blow away. It sails over your head, doing no damage. Now you, Lilith, you see the shadow grows over your head. The shadow of this huge rock being thrust directly down atop you.
No.
It's a very ominous look into the camera directly at me.
Crit tables. I knew he was getting the crit tables.
No! John?
We have not just a crit, we have a crit with a confirmation at a 19, which adds plus 10 to the crit.
We're just trying to find Shore Winchester.
And I don't know how the dice know this, because it makes sense. Like, she rushed forward, and, he was thrusting a rock down atop her head. All right. I'm going to roll percentile dice. Hashtag pray for Lilith. This is...
Never mind, Gimbal. You're over, Gimbal. You're old news now. It's pray for Lilith.
I'm not going to use my fate chip.
No, I'm sorry. You are too far. There has to be a reasonableness. There is nothing you could do from this distance. You can't use a fate chip. All right. Hopefully you won't need to. All right. Here, I don't do this too often. I'm gonna let everybody see the dice roll, just because it's fun to do this every once in a while. All right. So
Make it low.
the black one is going to be the first die, and then because that's right. That's percentile, and then the silver one will be the ones.
Roll over.
Can you guys see that?
No.
You're so lucky.
I can't tell.
That's an 11. I rolled a 10 and a 1. Now that's still plus 10. So it's so it's going to be a 21, and I'm already moving it to a head. So it's going to be because the way he struck, it could be a head or a shoulder actually. So but the way this is set up on these crit tables, all you're going to take is +3 damage. Sorry, times 3 damage. Much different. Now, you don't have a shield, right?
Nope.
All right. This rock.
Although, can I argue that Lilith has accumulated enough layer of dirt on her to create a shield?
You could make that argument, but it would be an unsuccessful argument. All right, Lilith.
The first layer of dirt that's on her skin.
She uses mythical hairspray.
He's not looking good right now.
I don't know how many. I should have looked at your character sheet. I hope you're fully healed. All right, good. Well, yes, you take 36 points of damage. The rock smashes your head and your shoulder. Thunk. How many hit points do you have?
Just one.
Oh, you're down to 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Well, you are, but you are. When you take that much, I'm gonna have you go ahead and make a con check for me. So roll d20. It's gonna be a con check at a -4. So go ahead.
-4?
Yeah.
Can I
So
roll at
yes, you can. So what's your so I'll help you with this. So what's your con?
+1.
All right. So no, I mean your actual con. So it's a 14.
13.
13. All right. Yeah, 13. Yeah, 14 is +2. So you have a 13. So you need to roll. So it's a -4 to that. You need to roll a 9 or under. Now all this means is basically what this is like system shock. You took, all but 1 hit point of damage from your total in 1 shot. You're not going to die from this. That's not what this roll is for. But it's for whether you're able to actually even make an action the next round. It's like a stun effect. You have taken massive shock. All right, roll.
Okay. With advantage. I'm rolling with
Yep.
advantage.
Right. So you need 9 or under. So you're taking the lower of the rolls. 10 is your lower of the 2 rolls.
I have 13 and a 10.
All right, you feel something crunch in your skull as this rock hits you. You can see this from where you're standing, Sherwin, as you're charging. It's like it's happening in slow motion. You see Lilith charge bravely forward. She strikes this hill giant in the knee with a loud crack. Even as it thrusts the rock down directly on her head, you hear a sickening crunch. You see blood spurt from her mouth. She staggers back and falls into the dust of the ground.
I hope you remember that's my best friend, DM.
And she lives near you. You better be careful.
Oh, hey, Green Loon Turd. You just saw the crit tables broken out. The ones I owe you, I have not forgotten, my friend. I'm just waiting till I have a finished product to send you. Oh my gosh. All right. So as Lilith, she slumps to the ground. She's still moving, but she's gurgling and spitting up blood. You can see it looks like there's a misshapenness to the side of her head. This massive rock lays upon the ground. Is there anyone from the party that has not gone? No, everybody's gone. That's it. Initiative.
All right.
Come on.
DM has a 5. A 6! Oh, you are on fire! You are on fire. All right. The mage hand vanishes. Let me pull that off. And go ahead. Let's have Millie go. You're right next to him now. You won the initiative.
All right. Well, I have a rapier and a dagger, so that's what I'm going to do.
While you're getting ready to roll, reminder tonight, we are having a giveaway. We gave away the first of these on Sunday. We're giving away the second tonight. These are the brand new embroidered Blue Box hats. This is a beautiful embroidery job. This thing is adjustable. It is full. It's nicely stitched. This is a solid hat. It's very tasteful the way it's done. I'm not going to, well, I will put it on fully. Very tasteful the way it's done. It's just on one side of it. It's a nice looking hat. We're giving this away tonight. All right, your rolls, Millie.
Okay, I'm trying to roll. That is a 22.
That is a hit. Definitely a hit. He's itching and sneezing and dazed, and he's a mess right now from Gimbal's spells.
And then,
but hold on, Lilith, you just got 1,000 from Ancient Gamer. So we'll talk about what that is and how that happens. That's just not going to drop out of the sky. But I see you, Patrick. I see you. All right.
Okay, and then the dagger is 19.
That is also a hit because of Gimbal's spell. And no, the sound should be up. I'm not seeing any issues with sound. A burn falls from the sky. Everybody else has got sound, right? It looks like somebody was asking. Oh, just you.
No, it says, never mind, just me.
Yeah, no worry, Mikey. Like, I'm a little sensitive to that right now, but all I'm seeing is rock solid stream and sound here. Thank you, Alienware, and the Blood of Chickens, and I think I did Dispel Evil. I did Dispel Evil on the PC as well. So, all right, so both are hits. Give me your damage.
16 on the rapier, and then on the dagger, it is 5.
All right. You catch him in the flank. Your rapier sinks hilt deep in his side. Oh! He shakes his head. Blood streams out. His bowels are now spilling out fully from the blow that Brim put on him. You actually squeezed part of his entrails out when you sliced into him with the rapier. Now you bring the dagger along. You punch it neatly in his back. You feel it sink hilt deep as well. He staggers back, his head pivoting. He looks terrified. Now we go to Brim.
Okay.
Sorry, was that too graphic an explanation?
No,
That was perfect.
And John, because I hit, my menacing swordplay comes into effect, which means he has to roll to avoid being intimidated.
All right, and what would the DC on that be?
Let's see what it says.
And I would say that would apply here. You know, I'm a menacing swordplay. I'm familiar with that. That's going to be variable. It's not going to work on a Death Knight, but it could certainly work on a Hill Giant, particularly one who is dazed, who has got powder thrown in his face, his guts are pouring out. He's not feeling very good right now. So.
Okay, so then where is it?
They smell back on the outside. A 13.
Yeah.
Mad Chatters, I love you guys. You're the best. All right, Brim, let's go to you. I'll resolve that in a second. Brim, what are you going to do?
Okay, well, I'm rolling with advantage to just slice at this guy.
All right. This is all simultaneous action. So you're seeing Millie come up as she plunges these blades into him. What's the roll there?
Oh, that is a 31.
Well, okay. That's a hit.
19 did.
That's a hit. All right.
Yikes. So just wanted to make sure it did hit.
You're just showing off now.
That is 10. That is 17 damage on that one.
Wow. All right. You have a second attack, right? No, you don't. You don't have two. You only have one now. Yeah, you only have one. Yeah. All right. So, sorry, I'm used to my Rune Lords campaign. The players are higher level. All right. You carve another swab. This time you swing higher. You catch him right in the chest. You see his pectoral muscles slice open. Blood splatters everywhere. He lets out a roar and he turns to run. The damage, the horrible wounds that are inflicted, the intimidation from Brim and Millie. He pivots. We'll resolve that in a second. Now we're going to go to Gimbal. Gimbal, you see that Squeaks is now about halfway across the dirt. You know, he doesn't move a terribly long distance in one round. He's quick. You see his little feet churning, but he's now a little bit about 3/4 of the way toward the second giant. You see, now this is all happening simultaneously, but you can see what's happening. You see this giant just being pummeled, blades slashing. What do you do?
How far is the giant closest to me? How far is he away? 15 feet?
The closest one, do you know? He's like 10 feet away.
10 feet.
Run away, hobble away. Yeah, he's had some pretty terrible tits. Well, terrible hits. No terrible tits,
really
just
honest.
terrible hits.
We're not supposed to be going there yet. You told us.
Sorry. Run away. All right. What are you doing there? It is PG. Verbal typos notwithstanding. Hey, Antiquitous, didn't see you earlier. There goes the PG-13.
Having a trouble finding the.
Take your time. While you're doing that, let's go to Shorewin. Shorewin, you are in full charge. Winston now a full head of steam. You see this. You see Lilith drop to the ground in a pool of blood.
Yep. So as we're getting close, I'm actually going to acrobatically and skillfully slide off my saddle while unsheathing my sword and bringing up my shield to be between the giant and Lilith.
All right, now this is actually a skill you have as a cavalier. So I'm going to have you make a roll for horsemanship, please.
All right. I'm rolling with advantage. Why?
Give me your total.
And it is going to be horsemanship is here. That's handle animal, right?
Yes, for you. Actually, no, I gave you a separate skill as a unique skill. It wouldn't be in your app, though. But let's go ahead and do animal handling for now. We'll resolve that later.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, all right. So you easily slide out of the saddle in one smooth motion. You actually pivot from the stirrup. As you're doing so, you pull the blade from the sheath in one smooth motion. You land in the dirt and you get a full attack.
All right. At the same time, I'm yelling to Ashrin. Ashrin, take care of Lilith as best you can. And I'm going to swing with my, again with advantage. So I'll go delete those. That's going to
Cavaliers do rule.
It's going to be, I got to put the right weapon back on. Sorry. That's going to be a 28.
That's a hit.
All right.
All right. You feel your blade bite flesh. Give me the damage and I'll tell you what you do.
Damage is 11.
All right. You catch him right in the hip. You don't quite penetrate to the loins, but you slice open the side of his hip. You see open a raw wound. You split muscle and flesh. Blood splurts out. Winston charges past and then pivots. We now go back to Gimbal.
Great. John, I sent you some of the stuff. I want to cast Enlarge Person. The issue I'm having, though, is it doesn't state... Grim, are you medium or large?
Right on the cusp, but on medium.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind. Then you're going to increase to large. Okay.
Nice.
So Gimbal is going to step over to the ankle of Brim. Brother to brother, let your size increase. Dominate them and crush them now. And he'll cast Enlarge on Brim, which will turn him into a large creature.
All right, hold on a second here. All right, as you do this, and this, this won't happen. You won't be fully realized this round, but you will be next round. You see Brim, he grows massively, and as he does so, hair sprouts out all over his body. He's suddenly a much more monstrous-looking creature, standing atop the rocks. And I'll pull this up on the battle cam for you. Your spell has something extra of an effect on Brim. He now is almost the size of the giant, still smaller, but covered in coarse hair.
It also says that his weapons increase in size unless he lets them go also.
Yeah, that's up to him. All right. Ashrin, she runs over to Lilith. As she reaches there, you can't see the shore when your back is to it. Gimbal, you're the only one that can really see it. You're going through the transformation as this is happening, Brim. This is all happening as you're splitting him open. But Gimbal, you see this. Ashrin, as she runs forward, she pulls something from her pouch. She shrugs. The last one I had, but I can think of no better purpose. And she shoves something into Lilith's mouth. Millith, you feel a warm, milky liquid go down your throat. It burns. It burns like fire, like it's excoriating your innards. As it hits your belly, it explodes and then turns into the most divine sense of healing. All of your abilities, all of your hit points, you feel this
Shape is back.
all restored. As this pours down your throat, Ashrin slumps over. I have no more. Let that be enough. Perhaps someday you'll accept me. And she staggers back. Now we go to initiative.
What a pity card she pulled.
Seriously.
Initiative.
I bet she couldn't hear her.
Hang on, Lilith will sit up after drinking that, whatever that was.
Right.
And she'll kind of look up at Ashton and be like, pretty sure I've tasted something like that before in Millie's flask.
All right. As this happens, DM has a 5 on the roll. So we resolve first this one. He turns. He goes to run away. That provokes an attack of opportunity from both Millie and Brim. Brim. Standing fully 12 and a half, almost 13 feet tall. Now the two-handed sword, it looks like a long sword in your hand. What do you do? Kill Trip for the win.
Smack him with the fuller of it right on the top of the head, so non-lethal damage.
Oh, you're trying non-lethal. All right, roll to hit.
Using advantage. That is going to be a 26.
All right, roll your non-lethal damage.
Aim 3d6 or different?
No. So non-lethal. Well, hold on. Yes, with your size, I'm going to allow that. So roll your 3d6 plus strength, and it will be administered as non-lethal.
Okay.
No,
So
hold on. No, I can't do that. No, because you're using the pommel. That wouldn't be correct. I'm going to let you, because of your size and your strength, I'm going to let you run a d10 plus your strength.
Okay, that's fine. That's going to be 15.
15.
And if I'm reading this right, John, it's a +2 to his +2 bonus to his strength because of the spell.
Yeah, the size bonus.
Right. So
That's
+2 to your
17.
strength. Well, no, it's not +2 to your strength bonus. It's +2 to your strength, right?
Strength.
Yeah.
So, increase your modifier.
Yeah. So you currently have a what strength?
21, so it now becomes...
Ridiculous.
23.
So it's going to give you another +1
So
to your
16
damage.
damage.
So 16 damage. All right. You smack him atop the head. He staggers. Does not fall. He
And then
runs
I
past.
get my attack of opportunity.
And then Millie gets her attack. Blood streams from the crack on the back of his skull. He stumbles forward. Bits of his own guts tripping around his feet, spraying out of his side.
So, I have improved critical on my rapier.
So you rolled a 19. All right, roll to confirm. So much for your subdual damage there, Brim.
Sorry.
That's alright.
But Millie didn't know. So, there's that. That's a 19.
That is a crit. Wait, total, yeah, because you're flanking
Total
him.
19.
Yeah, that is a crit because you're flanking him. Roll percentile dice, please.
Alright. Maybe I will roll low. Oh yeah, that's only a 16, so 16%.
You mean a 16 on the die? Or total?
16%.
Right. So that's going to be a ×2. So roll your damage, please.
Alright.
Just ×2 on the die, not your total damage. So just ×2 on the damage die plus your strength bonus, or any weapon bonus. Reminder: the blue box hat will be given away shortly. Here we're gonna have our
18
kick it
points of
off at the
damage.
break. Tell me what it looks like.
He's running away, and Millie's just kind of going to try to catch him as he's going and slashes the rapier just kind of across his lower back.
All right. You catch him in the back. You see he's already staggering, spitting up his own blood, his guts pouring out. Your blade slices the two large muscles across his back. No, you're using a rapier, sorry. Your blade punctures through his back. You can only guess you caught kidney. Thunk! With a thud, he collapses on the ground, blood pooling in the dirt. Now, we're going to go to the other giant. And he takes a huge club and swings it at Shorwin, who has now interposed himself betwixt the giant and Lilith. And I'm going to use advantage on this. I didn't need to, but since I said it, I'll roll the second die. That is a hit. Shorwin, massive club, swung with incredible force, crunches into your armor. Your armor does deflect a lot of the damage. You only take 13 points of damage as it crunches into your armor. It pulls the blow, the club back for another blow. We go to now you, Shorwin.
Shorwin begins to. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shorwin begins to run away.
What? Wait, sorry. What were you saying, Esther?
That's my challenging.
Evelyn, sorry. I do that all the time. Were you saying Evelyn?
No, I did the math.
Yeah, you're very good.
Yeah.
Shorwin begins to move away.
All right, Shorwin, if you move away, even though he attacked, you will provoke an attack of opportunity.
I understand. As a cavalier in the negative, I have to move away and attempt to heal myself. According to everything I've read, I've got to do it.
All right. You turn, you pivot away. You try to move behind the rock. I think that would be the most logical thing here. So, you're going to kind of you don't have to necessarily turn your back. You kind of pivot and spin toward the rock. You would do something sensible like that. And I only have 3 advantages left. Should I be merciful?
Are you asking for more? Yeah, he's only got 3. He needs some more. Go ahead and get it.
Takes 4 disadvantages.
She did ruin the...
Kill our cavalier.
Millie did ruin the blue britches there, Fraley. You're exactly right. Lilith is having a grand old time at the party's expense. That's right. So no. Wait, no, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got mixed up because you guys got attacks before they did because it was an attack of opportunity. He's absolutely right. Lord Forth is correct. You did not attack this round. So you're doing a withdrawal. There is no attack of opportunity because you did not attack this round. So basically what that means is you're kind of fending him off with your blade as you move behind the rocks, and I am spared because I was going to use the advantage. And that was just a DM. He's absolutely right. I know that rule. I missed it there. Thank you to our mad chatters. All right, now we go to, you're not going to get an attack this round, Lilith. You come up. You're still recovering from what just occurred. Squeaks is there now, however. So what is Squeaks doing?
So Squeaks, what he would have understood is that he's to crawl up, and he has these little pouches that Hannah made that just have these flaps that go over the top, and they've been packed with, one of the pouches is packed in half of it in each pouch. So what he's doing is crawling up to take that one of those pouches opened and shoving it into his ear to cause as much irritant and then return to me.
All right, and you instruct, I'm sorry, toward the face? Is that what you said?
Into the ear of
Into the ear. All right. You see he reaches there. He sprints up the side of the giant's body. I'm going to have you roll a d20 for Squeaks. I'll add the appropriate bonuses. Not difficult for a rat to scrabble up a giant.
He will use advantage. He has 3 of them, so he'll use one of them.
Control him like Ratatouille.
And it's 16 for the highest.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you see Squeaks. He does. So the 16 was to manage to get up there. I was doing a reflex check for him there. So he scrabbles up, and now you're going to roll to hit. Now this is not a regular, to hit attack. He's up there on the shoulder. It's not that hard to get it in the ear, but he's being jostled. The giant is falling back. It's the midst of combat. This is not an automatic, so he's trying to thrust this powder into the ear of the giant. Go ahead.
Yep. And he'll use another one of his advantages.
He's like the old Beastmaster, one of my favorite old movies. If you guys haven't watched Beastmaster, it is worth the watch. What'd you roll?
6 was the highest.
The 6 was the highest. So it's exactly as I said. The giant, as Squeaks, the giant hasn't even noticed him, but as Squeaks gets up there, he lifts the club to try to come back down towards Shorewind. As he sees Shorewind sprinting away, he jostles Squeaks, and the powder flies off into the air behind the giant's head, just missing. So close. We're going to go to Ashrin now. Ashrin, she, seeing Shorewind disengage, she begins sprinting through the dirt towards Shorewind. She'll close the distance, but no spell cast this round. Go ahead, Gimbal, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was my question.
No, it's my question.
So he'll move 10 feet closer towards, like directly away from the cart, to the right of the giant. So not directly towards the giant, but kind of around him.
I'm sorry. So you're here. Let me come back to the. I'm showing you another cam angle here. Let me come back to this. So you're doing what? You're coming behind the cart?
No, moving away from Grim and the cart 10 feet.
Okay, so sort of here. I know you got a little bit of a delay, but is that about right? Yep. Okay. So you sprint there, and
is he wearing, what is he wearing?
Oh, the giant that you're facing? He's got big straps of leather armor, a lot of hair all over his body. He's still holding this massive club. The stone which cracked Lilith's skull lays at his feet. He's got some little bits of plate that are kind of stitched onto the leather. No boots, nothing else. That's the giant, the mage hand.
Nothing that looks like it has a central clasp or buckle?
No. I mean, it's more like leathers and skins. There's no mail on this creature.
Okay, he'll just move in that same kind of arcing fashion another 10 feet for the rest of his movement.
Okay, all right. So you streak behind Lilith, even as you see Winston pivots, and Winston starts to move forward of his own accord. Thank you for the sub, Phantom. We appreciate that. And that is the round. Initiative.
We only had attack of opportunities. We did not get to go yet.
Well, no, so Gimbal went.
I did
Sherwin
not
went.
go,
Okay.
and neither did Brim.
Oh, okay, the two of you that had the attacks, I didn't. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so let's go to Millie first. Millie, you've just pulled your rapier out of the back of that giant. You see the other one there. You're about 25 feet away.
I just want to close the distance. I know I can't attack this round, but
Okay.
I want to close the distance.
So you're running straight toward him. All right, Brim.
I would like to do the same thing, but yelling out once again in giant, just
Do not be like him. You have a chance. Stop.
All right, as you leap and run, let me have you roll another diplomacy check for me.
Oh, my hands are sweating so much. Okay. With advantage.
And I'm rolling here as well. Okay.
Okay, not bad. But -1, so 17.
17. You see a wavering in his eyes. You feel like you got through to him, but then his gaze goes to his right. He sees Winston charging forward with spikes on his armor. He sees Millie rushing toward him with a blade. And it is perhaps more fear, more self-preservation, but he does not stop attacking. You connected with him, but he is clearly under incredible duress, and he is in a self-preservation mode now. We go to initiative.
All right, so that goes to Brim because I lost last round.
DM has a 3.
Dragon Crafting Guild gives me a 4.
Oh! DCG Trey for the 4. All right, we're going to let you go first since you won the initiative. You've reached there. He's now right in front of you.
Freak.
Tough call, my friend. Tough call. You see he's pulling that club back.
Brim is going to pull his arms out and stick his blade into the ground and look over to the party and say, "Stop!" And then in Giant, he's going to say,
We don't have to do this, big brother. Please.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this, because this is simultaneous action. But there has already been you've seen Brim now more than once trying to stop this combat. So what I'm going to do is, Millie, you are going to be next in line to attack. Of course, we also still have Winston attacking, and Winston would have no concept of what's happening here. So you're pretty sure he's going to try to put a spike in this creature with his spiked armor. Millie, we're going to give you a chance. We're going to have you roll. Let's see what makes sense here. Let's do a perception check, and I'll give you the DC. It's going to be, so you're rushing toward. He's right there. It's not going to be that difficult. I'm going to call it DC 18.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll this at advantage because I have a plus 12 to perception, but just in case.
Okay.
Okay. And I rolled an 18 on the die.
All right. So as you're rushing forward, you see Brim. At the same time you're reaching there, he holds his arms out and he's speaking to the creature. It's pretty evident to you what he's trying to do. You also see Winston bearing down on him at full bore. What do you do?
Okay, I know Brim's speaking Giant. Is Giant similar, like, language to Orcish? Would Millie be able to pick up anything that he's saying to try to understand?
No, but hold on. So, but my point really was, it was perception. I probably could have done intuition or wisdom, but I kind of wrapped it all up in one. You can tell enough of what he's doing. You can see it doesn't take a great leap of brilliant intuition to realize he's trying to get this creature to stop attacking.
All right, well then I will I will not attack. I will just kind of stop, raise an eyebrow at Brim, and say, I can hold as long as he doesn't do anything else to Lilith.
All right, as you say this, you see the Giant. He's got the club above his head. It was actually aiming at Lilith. Millie, rather. Aiming at Millie as she was running toward him. He hesitates. He starts to pull it down. Boom! Winston slams into his body. And I'm going to let you roll for Winston, Terry.
All right, he's got some advantages, so Winston can get an advantage here. Oh, yeah, Winston, baby. All right, so Winston, with his bite, is a 21.
That is a hit.
Fantastic. And that's a 1d4 plus 3. So that is, that's 6 points of damage.
Whew, okay.
And does he get his hit with hooves as well?
Yes, he does.
All right.
He's getting a full attack.
Oh, that's 18.
To hit?
To hit. And that's a 1d6 plus 1.
That's going to be a flanking action because I already said he was aiming at he was turned toward Millie. So 18 would not hit him in a frontal assault, but he's flanking, so that is a hit. That is a hit.
Oh, gotcha.
So he hits.
All right, so that's going to be 6 points of damage.
And then the second.
You get one more.
And then the second hoof. Oh, you are such a. Does a 17 hit on flanking?
No, the second hoof clips against his leather armor and does not hit. All right, so Winston leaps forward. Also, the horns, they kind of scrape, so I'm going to add +2 to your first attack with the bite. The armor does its own damage, and the giant lets out a roar and now pulls the club back up again as he's been jostled to the side. And we're going to go to Lilith. No, yes, Lilith.
Am I standing now? Am I up?
Yes, you're up. You're standing. You've dusted yourself off. You feel fully healed.
And Shillelagh still in effect on my quarterstaff, correct?
Yes, yeah, you didn't go unconscious, so yes.
Okay, nice. Okay, so she will, if she can, she'll try to move and attack with her quarterstaff.
Yeah, absolutely. You're plenty close enough.
Okay. She'll probably hear what Brim was saying, but obviously as Winston attacked the giant again, she'll go in and attack again.
Okay.
As on her way there, she'll look over at Brim, just like before she goes. Sorry. Rolling at advantage. I got a nat 20.
Oh no! Lilith strikes again.
It's all you. I'm telling you.
The greatest druidic warrior of all time, using that Dragon Crafting Guild dice tray. Roll to confirm.
Okay. Can I confirm?
Advantage, yes, you can.
Oh yes, absolutely. Make sure you're marking those advantages off, though.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Crit for crit is right, Lord Forth.
Yes, I am.
Thanks again for that help. I totally missed that withdrawal. I should have caught that. That was helpful.
17. I have a 3 and a 17.
So the 17 plus your strength plus your weapon.
No, sorry, your 17 is what? That was the roll of the die?
The roll
Oh yeah, that's a roll on the die. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a crit rather. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So crit.
The crit?
All right. Yeah. Of course it's a crit. Yes, absolutely.
First one.
All right. So you roll a 17 on the die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crit. All right. So roll percentile dice, please. That's your first crit ever?
Oh, hi.
So the ever mysterious crit tables of the ever mysterious Tim are being employed again. These things are nasty and they cut both ways. They're used against players and for players.
How about a 26?
26.
Yeah.
All right. That is a level 1. So you strike him in the leg. Roll damage for me.
I do it leg, like inner thigh leg.
Well, I'll tell you in a second. We'll see. A little higher roll would help with that. I know what you want to do, Miss Nutcracker.
Okay.
But she is notoriously.
What did you ask me to do? Roll for damage?
Yeah, roll your damage. You're going to double it. Add your strength bonus and any a weapon bonus.
10 plus, or time double it is 20.
20
right?
plus. Okay.
Hang on. And go to my quarterstaff. Damage is +2. So 22?
22. How do you always do this? So you don't catch him where you want. The roll is not high enough. It does not reach the privies. However, it does strike squarely in that sweet spot of the thigh between the knee, right above the knee. Tell me what it looks like.
So Lilith's still feeling that burn in her stomach, very similar to a swig of alcohol from Millie's flask. Very familiar, burning in her belly. She does hesitate a little bit, and I think that's why it's her excuse of why she misses the privies because of Brim. With a bit of hesitation, she doesn't want to, but she does feel Winston attack and see that he's going to go back aggressive again. And again, with that kind of swing of her staff, she kind of swings it round and back, and then up into the inner thigh.
It crunches. You feel not just the bone crunch, but the power of your shillelagh as it strikes. You see the femoral artery. It follows the same route on a giant that it would follow on any humanoid. You crush it so hard against the bone splinters and slices it. You see blood spurts out in great pumping gouts, just dousing all around. Ugh! The giant falls back to the ground. It twitches an almost impossible amount of blood. It pools around, darkening the soil everywhere around. The creature twitches, grabs blindly. You see Squeaks. I'm going to have you make a dex check for me, please, on Squeak's behalf. Gimbal, he's going to try to leap away.
Gonna use his last.
This is not hard for the rat. This is a low bar here, right? You'd have to really suck at this for him to get like squashed.
Well, that's still possible with me, so I will not use advantage.
Okay.
This one. So he got a 9.
Yeah, he's fine. Squeaks leaps away. The giant slumps to the ground. His blood pools in the dirt, and all goes still except for the soft wind. Ashrin is panting. You see Winston. He still snorts, tosses his head back and forth.
Gimbal immediately runs to Squeaks and gathers him up.
You, Squeaks, like he's already running towards you. As you reach there, you see the last few steps. He's up on his hind legs as he runs towards you. This cloak that you have on him billows in the wind. He leaps up and grabs onto the pant leg and scrabbles up.
You know, it's just, there we go. I got you now. I got you. And he'll back away from the giant.
All right, the giant continues to twitch and pour its life's blood into the soil. What's everyone else doing?
Lilith would like to check the body of the giant, but beforehand she will just kind of look over her shoulder to look at Brim and to kind of get a gauge on how he's doing before she does anything.
Brim has turned and headed back to the cart.
Okay, then she'll just go forth and look at the one that...
Shorewin collapses against the rock.
Shorewin, as you're collapsing, you already see Ashrin has rushed towards you, tending to you with the care and ministrations of one who cares deeply about you. As the blood of the giant seeps into the soil, Brim turns away. Millie, what are you doing?
Millie's just going to kind of take a long look at Lilith and make sure she seems okay, because she saw that Lilith was injured, but saw that Ashrin had helped her, and so she's going to kind of scan her, and as you can tell that Lilith is now preoccupied searching the giant, she's going to go, okay, she's fine for right now, and go and turn and walk towards Shorewin to see if he's okay.
All right, as you move over towards Shorewin, do you release the spell of Enlarge on Brim, Gimbal, or do you leave it on him?
I forgot that he was big.
I think
if Lilith was to look back at him, she would be like, "Oh my gosh, like, oh, you're really tall."
So, I mean, so how does this work then, John? Because it doesn't say it's a concentration spell.
No, but you can. I would say you have the ability to release it anytime you want to.
It lasts forever.
I think I'm going to let it last the whole minute. It only lasts for a minute, so I'll just let it run out.
All right. So Brim, you're walking back toward the cart, or what are you doing?
He's going to turn and start walking back towards the cart, looking over his shoulder once, and then while Lilith is going through the stuff, he's going to go back to the cart, trying with his large hand reach towards his pack and pull out his oh gosh, what is it freaking called? Like a handkerchief to start wiping his blade. And then while he's doing that, he's walking back to the body.
All right, you reach in the cart as you rummage through. You pull it up. It's like a I don't know any other. This is an anachronism. I'm sorry, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a moist towelette in your hand. It's this tiny little thing. You're trying to rub it on your blade. It looks remarkably awkward as you're doing this and walking back. Lilith, you start rummaging through the body of the giant. Gimbal, you have Squeaks now with you. Winston moves over towards Shorewin with an obvious look of concern. And with that, we are going to go to break. And as we go to break, we're going to kick off our giveaway. So let me pull up the Nightbot here and get that started. Actually, do you have that up already, Evelyn?
No.
My lovely assistant does not. All right, so I will get that up. Giveaway. All right, it is going to be a keyword. So you're going to type in there !hat. How simple is that? !hat in the chat. Hat in the chat, so simple as that. You will have an opportunity to win this, only the second ever giveaway of an embroidered Blue Box hat. It's got it right on the right side. It is really nicely done. This is the first ones I did, and I'm sorry for if you were one of the 2 or 3 folks that won those. I didn't like the quality on them. I thought they kind of fit funny on the head, and they were vinyl. They're still cool. You're the only ones that have them. No one else in the world has those. But now we've got these much better quality hats, and we're giving one of these away. Not this one. I've already put this one on my head a couple of times. We've got brand new ones, and that will be given out. As a reminder to all of you that don't have your giveaways but won in the last couple of weeks, I am behind. I did that mea culpa at the beginning of the stream. Lots of stuff going on, personal life, professional life, not bad stuff, just lots of stuff. And it's not the shipping department's fault, which everyone knows that's my wife. It's my fault, but I will get that all worked out, and we'll get everything shipped out by the end of this week. You should have it within the next week or so. Your hats, your mugs, your dice trays, no dice trays, your mouse pads, all that stuff will get given out soon. And we're going to go to break. On break, we will stay live with the chat for whatever players can be on. You have a chance to interact with the viewers, and this has persistently proven to be the opportunity for trash talking the DM while he's out of the room.
Dinosaur talk.
Dinosaur
So
talk,
if you want, well, like they didn't even hold back during the stream tonight. So I don't know if there's probably not much pent up dinosaur talk left in the chatters, but if there is, you can do that. But you get, I'll be out of the room. I'm going to freshen my coffee up here, use the restroom, and be right back. This will be a quick break, be about 6 minutes, and you'll be back for the final. Oh my gosh! So this is your short night or your long night, Vivi?
Short night.
Ooh, you'll be back for the final 45 minutes of Blue Box tonight in Greyhawk Awakening. Careful what you ask for.
John, just a question.
Yes.
I don't know when you wanted to talk about these things.
Oh, right when we come back from the break.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I should have done that before. That's just yes. We have cool surprises to show you after the break as well. This is Blue Box. We will be right back.
So, Josh, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, how tall was Brim prior?
So I'm trying. How much time has it been since I met you guys?
Sorry, I'm laughing so hard at
I think it's only been like 2 weeks or 3 weeks that we've all been together.
Yeah, it's.
No, you guys are getting close to like it's been
jumps.
It's been almost a month. It's been almost a
that's
month.
right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the greatest one.
He's still just. He's 7'6".
Go yell at shipping, John.
Oh, did you put that anywhere else?
No, I haven't yet, but I will share it.
Oh, where should we put them?
Is that something in our Discord?
In the main Discord channel.
That's something in our Discord?
Oh no, not.
No, the campaign chat. I'll put it in there.
Oh, okay.
Because
Hey, Cali
it was
Girl
kind of-
97.
It was kind of the perfect meme format.
Thanks for
It totally was.
Thanks for the new follow, Sweet Tea 420. Lord Fourth again, thank you. Good to see you, DM Antiquitous. Maya Morph 888. Good to see you, sir. Congratulations. We've had 2 new, I forgot to mention this earlier, we have 2 new members of the Mad Chatters. We have Duragadon 96 and Ladder Dog, who are new members of the Mad Chatters. Thank you for the follow, and congratulations on being in the most elite chat in all of Twitch D&D. And we will be, let me start this timer. I'm already behind. And I'm going to step out of the room, and you guys can now talk amongst yourselves and say all kinds of horrible things about the DM to your heart's content.
So, yeah. So, Josh, I'm putting those notes in the Discord, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And editing them a little bit. Not to say, it just might happen again.
Good to know. Holy poop. 13 feet tall.
Yeah,
My gosh.
13 and 23 for strength, so.
Yeah. Well, he's been pumping iron. That's what he does in the mornings. And so that's why he's got to keep up his muscle mass through, the macros.
Yeah.
He's been making sure to hit the different days as they go. And now he has a whole carriage to bench. It's going to be incredible.
So when he said that it was like a little ray rubbing the sword, cleaning the sword, the spell says your weapons get larger.
See, that's what I thought as well. And so I was like, gosh dang it.
So it's a tiny.
Gosh, yeah, my rag is covering like 1/8 of it as I go. Just like, okay,
Yeah.
this might take a little while. Oh man. Thank gosh we found your sister tonight, Shorwin. Too bad we killed her.
It happens.
It happens. Man, that'd be evil. Yeah, she was cursed and became a hill giant.
That would suck.
I don't even get it.
Because we just killed 2 hill giants. Like, if she was somehow cursed and became a hill giant, we just killed them, and it's like, this one looks faintly familiar to you, Shorwin, now that it's not trying to kill you.
You know that book, Are You My Mother?
Yeah.
That's Brim. Are you Shorwin's sister?
Yeah.
You don't look like Shorwin, but you could be. You look closer to Winston.
We're doing RP?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What did I miss?
We're all talking to Winston.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we all learned animal speech.
Nice. Okay. Lilith will cast Speak with Animals.
He's actually been rapping this whole time.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. He looked like he could throw
He's
out
like,
thick beats.
I learned on Sunday. I figured out on Sunday that my Azamar can actually cast Speak with Animals. So I have a horse. My Shadow Mist is my horse, and I can talk to him. And I just realized that I could talk to him.
That's amazing. Are you gonna do it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Shadow Mist has known this whole time you could speak to animals. He's like, well, I guess I know where I stand.
No, it's a bard spell, and I didn't realize I could learn that one.
That's so cool.
The first conversation you have, you say it, you cast it, you start talking, and then he's like, "It's about damn time." I've been waiting for this conversation for so long.
I am underpaid. I don't even get dental. What
Don't
is
even
this?
talk to me.
I mean, he gives me disapproving looks all the time for
Oh,
like
okay.
if I miss a hit or something, he'll look at me with disdain.
Now you choose
So.
Wilson. To the left. No, the other left.
To your left. Okay.
So
Oh.
maybe only 2 of you don't get confused by this because you're such theater people.
Oh no.
Yes.
But
Wait,
I get
2?
crazy confused trying to explain left and right on a backwards camera.
Yeah.
Do you guys get confused by
right?
that too?
No.
Do you just say stage right knowing that he should adjust?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I try to figure it out in the camera, but in the camera it's backwards.
Well, just remember that the stage right is the opposite of what you were right
Not gonna happen.
No, I get so mixed up all the
It
time.
doesn't stick.
I do that at work. Like they'll say something, I'm like, oh, my left or your left? they're like, it's the same left. I'm like, I know. I do it all the time.
Stage right versus house right. Different things.
I have already told Josh that he's not allowed to cry when I give your guys' gifts. I'm just hoping that like I can get everything before Christmas, but I don't know what's happening. It's from Canada to the States, so like I'm not really sure. But
Canucks.
Canucks.
I can't believe you guys is bored.
What?
It's frustrating. I want to go and say hi,
Yeah.
but you
I
ain't.
want to defect to Canada too, but
Yeah.
you know,
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but maybe soon.
I just want all the poutine.
Ooh, poutine is so good. Actually, maybe I'll get
I know.
poutine before I go to work.
See?
Is it only
We
there?
can't get it. Yeah, you can't
can-
get it down here.
You can buy cheese curds there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
It's
not
hard
the
to find.
same.
Yeah, you just have to make fries and gravy and
I don't
cheese
want to do that. I just want to order it at the Wendy's.
Yeah, that's a big difference there,
So
Vivi.
delicious. It's
Big
so
difference.
delicious. Have you read Beaver Tails? Beaver Tails are really yummy too. Not like actual beaver tails. They're called beaver tails, but it's like a dough, and then they shape it into like a beaver tail, and then it's like cinnamon and sugar on it. So yummy. It's like a donut.
Oh, there's stuff like that I've had at a fair, but it's not a beaver tail, but it's like a carnival tunnel or tunnel cake or
Funnel cake. Is that the thing that they like
Yeah. that's
in
it.
the oil?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, poutine. Poutine is so good. I love
I know.
poutine. Okay, so IKEA here does a breakfast poutine, and it's so good. It's like cube potatoes, and then they put bacon and scrambled eggs, and then cheese curds, and then hollandaise sauce on top.
Oh,
Oh,
that sounds good.
it's so good.
You know where they don't do that? America. Bastards.
Oh, I think Blood Vial will be banned from Discord. Did you see the thing that I put up there, Blood Vial?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to purposely ignore our Discord for the next few minutes because it'll probably just make me angry before the end of the stream.
It was just a comment that Blood Wild had in the chat, and I had just immortalized it forever.
Oh.
Yes. And also wrote down the episode to which people can find.
Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna have to scroll up on the I'm gonna have to start muting you guys on the break because I don't know what you're gonna do while I'm out in the room. So.
Although if you look at that meme that Evelyn made, it's like 100% like chef's kiss. Like it's so perfect.
Donna said dinosaur more on the stream than I have mentioned in chat today. Dino Master, Dinomania, golly, like this is just a perfect example of the law of attraction in a negative fashion. You say you don't like something and you pull it to yourself over and over and over again.
Yep.
It's true.
Actually, so I've thought about this a little bit. Disco fries. All right, so we're coming back, and here we go, back to our full screen. And thanks everybody for hanging with us through the break. If you haven't already yet, type exclamation Dino Night, JJ. All right, so you that's a great chat. Well done, Mikey. So we have our giveaway tonight of this gorgeous embroidered blue box hat. Only one person has this so far. They won on Sunday. This is only the second giveaway. And we're talking about our store, which will probably open next year. But you know, right now I just love giving stuff to our loyal viewers, and thank you so much. So before we jump back into the action, oh, DM Dingbat, welcome to the elite group known as the Mad Chatters. You join this, you are part of them. Hey, Constructed Chaos. Bark Muffalo, hey, haven't seen you before. Glad you're new to the channel. Give us a follow if you haven't already, and appreciate you being with us tonight. All right, so dinosaurs. If you don't know what we're talking about, so we have many people new to the stream.
I've never heard of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What are those things?
All right, thank you. Let me try this again. If you don't understand the context for this discussion, I've stated that as a DM, it's my personal preference that dinosaurs don't exist in my game worlds. I play old school D&D. I like I really have two primary areas. I have the traditional medieval style tropes, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, all that. I like that kind of style. Or Dark Sun. I love the Dark Sun world, and of course you have that in Greyhawk, in the Sea of Dust and the Dry Steppes. Very similar type of game world. But so I don't have dinosaurs. Now, I thought about this because I've been harassed about it so much. There is one setting, pseudo, I don't know if this will even make sense to you guys, pseudo this style, which I could see implementing a dinosaur. So if you think about desert adventures, frosty mountain adventures, jungle adventures, lost cities, traditional medieval tropes, where do you think maybe it could feel, at least to DM Neuromancer, semi-right to have a dinosaur?
Dinosaurus Rex. Somebody typed.
Jonosaurus Rex. Oh, long shot. Man, I thought you were my friend. John hates dinosaur. The Dinolorian. All right, I have totally created something which I never intended to create.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the dinosaur way.
All right. Oh, hey, Wu-Tang Piglet. Always good to see you. One of my favorite usernames. All right, well, we'll save that for later. Type exclamation point hat to be in the giveaway. And before we jump into the action, Lilith, you have something to show us.
Okay, so I don't remember what episode it was. It was shortly after Gimbal had passed away. There was two things that Lilith had received from her Wayward Bolt. You guys know that we're all the Wayward Bolt. It was Gimble's rock that she had received, and then she also received a dress from Brim. So what I did, it was supposed to be a surprise, but I'm terrible at keeping surprises. It's a gift to my group, my wayward bulb, my family. Is I made the totems that Lilith made. So it's actually, these are actually sculpty, and so I bought it in a stone color, and then I've actually shaped it and sculpted it myself, and then baked them, and then cut them, and then the string is also green from the same color as the dress that Brim has gotten Lilith. And so there are 5, one for each, including John. That's you. John's also a part of our Wayward Bolt. And also, if you so choose it, John, I have made 2 extra ones to give away to the Mad Chatters. If you would like.
Outstanding! That is so cool. So first of all, we are all honored. I love all the fan art, all the contributions. We do have a fan art channel in our Discord that's starting to pop, but that is so gorgeous. If you haven't seen Vivi, she is so creative, and she's also, to me, so frustrating because she just started doing all this stuff in like the last year, and she picks it all up like this. She's a savant. I've painted minis on and off for 25 years. She already crushes everything I do, and I'm not a bad mini painter, but she is just so stinking good. She just has that gift. Well done. And so yes, what we'll do is we won't do it tonight because I didn't announce it, but next week we will give away one of Lilith's totems to one of our Blue Box viewers.
And I have 2 of them, so we can do another one if you want. 2 extra ones for the Mad Chatters, so we can do it twice.
Exactly. That's awesome. And I don't think I really appreciate that, Josh, that I'm the butt of the crossbow because he studies us all. What?
I like it. I think it works.
I do.
We lean on you
Yeah.
when we need to be steady.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's
our
better
aim.
ways to put that. I don't think the butt of the crossbow is the best expression of that. All right. Now you had something else, right, Vivi?
No, I said that's for you guys. I have gifts coming to you guys. That's just one of the surprises. There's also other surprises in the gifts that I will be sending you guys, like you 5.
She'll tell us next week when she can't hold it in anymore.
All right.
That's the worst. I'm literally the person who buys the gift and be like, so do you want to open it now?
All right.
It's just, I can't. But
So-
that was something that Rory knows I've been kind of holding that back for a little bit.
Well, thank you. And I may have a little something coming to all of you for Christmas as well. And also, we've already shouted out all of our sponsors, but I do think we need to really recognize again John at Dragon Crafting Guild. He's been with us all night tonight. His trays, everybody hold up your DCG tray. Terry still doesn't have one. We'll figure that out, Terry.
So nice.
Now, Lilith, yours especially, keep that one up. So that we have some of those coming. You'll have giveaways of the Beholder, lit up trays. And they do roll more nat 20s. I don't know how it happens, but it just happens. These things are awesome, and he's our original sponsor, and we're so appreciative of him. His Etsy store, we'll pop that in. Yep, she already did. Visit his Etsy store. You don't have to wait to win one. You can buy one. They're so reasonable. And also, don't forget, during Christmas, what great gifts. If you have gamer friends, if you have gamer family, get them a DCG tray. They will absolutely love it, and you will make their Christmas. All right. Now, my background music almost sounded Christmassy, didn't it? Kind of a dark Christmas. All right. So now we're going to come back to the scene of the crime. You have finished the battle. Their blood continues to spill into the dirt and sands. And now, Lilith, you rifle through. This first one, as you reach him, you see he has what looks like 3 human heads strung on a belt, hanging from large bits of twine in various states of decomposition. One of them looks like maybe just more than a few weeks old, and face rotting away. Might have been a woman, hard to say. The other 2 are almost bleached dry bone that hang from his belt. He does have a heavy pouch hanging on the belt, which I presume you're going to look at. You open the pouch, and much to your disappointment, It is filled with coins, which I know is not what you wanted to hear. There are a surprising amount of gold. There are 25 pieces of gold inside this pouch. There are 47 pieces of silver, and there are 115 pieces of copper all stuffed in this pouch. You do find some bits of string and what look like human teeth at the bottom, but nothing else of interest in that pouch.
Okay, so Lilith will kind of like rifle through. She'll just kind of push all the gold around. She's like, she's very disappointed in the fact that there's lots of gold in here and money. But at the very bottom of the bag, she sees string and teeth. And she's like, yes! And she'll take the teeth and put it in her pocket, as well as the string. Anything, just like regular looking string, nothing.
Yeah, just like it's a bit of actually more like twine.
Okay.
It's kind of a rough twine. Think of something like, hold on here, I've got some right here I can show you. It's kind of like this. There's about 2 feet of it, like a twine.
Yep.
And there are 4 human teeth. Looks like 2 canines, 2 molars. All right.
Sorry, 2 canines.
2 molars, yes.
Okay. She'll kind of take the teeth out and put it in her pocket, and then she'll kind of just take the twine out and kind of just like pull it like this as she's kind of sitting there by the giant, just kind of pulling it and looking at it. And then she'll take the satchel and she'll bring, or the pouch. And is Millie by the cart, I'm assuming?
I was by Shorewin.
No, Millie is right by Shorewin, and so as you're doing this, we're going to go ahead and resolve. Millie, you walk over. You see Ashrin had run toward Shorewin. As she reaches him, she cries out, and she utters a prayer, and you see divine healing surround Shorewin. Nothing nearly so potent as what she gave to Lilith. You guys still hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, hold on. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what happened. No, something happened to my healing thing. Let me try that again.
Oh.
It just like totally, did the app die? No problem if it did.
I mean, I'm well acquainted with the sound. I can make it for you.
Yeah, please do. Please. All right, so from now on, that's how we're going to do that. I'm not going to use Sirenscape anymore. I'm just going to point at you. So let's try it again. She lays her hands on Shorewin. Shorewin, you are healed. Ooh, not bad. 18 points of damage.
You know why? It was those real life sound effects.
That's right. All right. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to look at Ashrin. I'm going to nod. Thank you.
Shorewin, I'm so glad you're all right. Are you feeling well? You look a bit peaked.
I'll be fine.
He looks like he could use a rest.
He's going to stand up and move over towards Winston.
Yeah, Winston, he's chomping at the bit, quite literally. He's pawing the ground. He looks very concerned as he looks over at you.
I'm just going to go up to him and just kind of actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to him and I'm going to say burn, which will remove his armor magically. And I'm just going to kind of brush his mane and say, thank you, friend.
The sound of burn, the name of burn that leaves Shorewin's mouth. You can't see it, but there's a Lilith eye roll. She's like, oh, yeah.
As you say this, you see. No, let's go back to this one. You see the armor, it dissipates, plate goes inside of plate, rolls back. As it reaches the saddle, it just somehow vanishes from thin air. You see Winston, he is sweating beneath that armor. He tussles his mane, which is slicked back across his neck, and he nuzzles you.
You done good.
Okay.
With the studies that Gimble's done in the area on giants in general, he just wants to see how real it is. He'll go over to the other giant that Lilith isn't at, dig through his pouches and whatnot, but really just seeing what is what's up with the giants? These things that are so huge.
I'm sorry. So you said the other one, the one that Lilith didn't search?
Correct. Yeah, the yellow one.
All right. So as you move up to it, you see this one has several pouches around it. As I mentioned, its viscera has poured out on the soil. You see bits of entrail and what looks like part of his intestines. Lower part of the stomach is bulging out from the belly. The stench is awful. Pun. Awful. AWFNOFFAL. And as you walk over toward him, again, you see these pouches. There are 4 of them around his belt.
Well, he'll open them up.
All right, you move through each of the 4 pouches. In the first 3 pouches, you find what look like bits of ivory, knuckles, several of them, and some of them look like talismans, some of them look like they might have been used for a game or dice, and they're packed into 3 of these sacks. In total, you find there are 32 of these, so roughly 10 in each sack. One has a couple extra, that are like bits of bone, knuckle bones, some carved into different objects in those sacks. The 4th sack, you find a coin, and in that sack, you find there are only 10 gold, there are 4 pieces of silver, and 80 pieces of copper.
How big are these pouches?
They're about this big. They would be like a, on you they'd be a small sack. On him they're just little pouches.
Okay. I'll just remove all 4. If he searches, as Gimbal searches throughout the body, just looking at the size of the hands, the girth of the body, just bringing practicality to what he's read about. He'll grab the 4 pouches and walk back towards Brim, towards the cart.
All right, you walk back toward Brim. You see Brim walking away from the cart with this comically small cloth in his massive, now hairy hand. Brim, it is disconcerting to you. You're large, but you do see again this coarse hair that's grown over your body, and you're kind of wiping at this blade, which looks like like a long sword, even though it's a great sword in your hands.
Brim would have just sort of been like whatever, and just will climb to the top of the hill or mountain or whatever that's by the cart.
It's a hill.
And will keep his head on a swivel as he's just going to keep his eye on the tree line around us.
All right, as you do this, there's not really much in the way of trees. It's mostly scrub brush here. There are some thick bushes. Occasionally you see a twisted and gnarled tree. And you do notice that the sun is beginning to hang lower in the sky. Not quite that low. Let me turn that up. Sorry.
Lilith will walk towards the cart with the pouch, and she'll kind of just like throw it on the cart, kind of like and then she'll sit on the edge, kind of swinging her legs, and then she'll just inspect that twine that she has, and just kind of like running through it and looking at it.
You see this? You all see this?
She'll call over to Millie.
And Millie's just gonna. She kind of was ignored by Ashwin and Shorewin, so she'll just kind of start walking back toward the cart.
Yeah, and it was less that you were ignored than more that they
not noticed.
Yeah, they were quite preoccupied. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Just too busy swooning to notice.
That's fine.
All right.
And she'll kind of like nod over to Millie, and she'll be like, something there I'll probably like.
And
I found this drink.
Ooh,
That's
very nice drink. Oh, I remember Gimbal said he lost one of his teeth, so maybe you can give him a new one from the 2 that you found.
Do you know if he lost a molar or a canine?
Well, you had given him that molar before, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. And she'll kind of like hop off the edge of the cart and like kind of like a little skip over to Gimbal. But as she does that, she'll take that part of that dress that she had that was all ripped up, and she'll kind of just use it to wipe up the blood, just kind of off of her face mostly. The rest of the body, meh. Just adding more layers. Protective layers.
You succeed in smearing the blood around in an almost intimidating fashion as you skip over toward Gimbal. Gimbal, you see this alternately comical and macabre scene as she traipses over towards you, smearing blood all over her face and holding something in her hand which looks remarkably like a tooth.
How tall is the ledge of the rock that we're by?
Oh no, so it's it's pretty much to scale as you saw there. So like the first tier, it goes up maybe 5 to 6 feet, and then the part that Brim is atop is another 6 or 8 feet. So Brim's about 15, 14 feet off the ground.
Hey Lilith.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm kind of thinking about going up there, but I like being short and all.
Going up where?
Well, next to Brim, but I'm just kind of short. Hey, what are you doing?
I have this for you.
Oh. Thank you.
And she'll hand it over.
He'll take it. He's not thrown off by this as much anymore as he was the first time. But definitely, oh yeah, thank you. And he'll see that he'll, at this time now Squeaks is in the side pouch, on the outer side pouch on the satchel, just kind of hanging out there with the flap open. He'll open up the main flap and find a spot for that tooth to go. I appreciate that. I kind of had to leave a few things behind when I left where I was.
Oh, that's fine. I have lots of them. This one's different.
I have lots of teeth.
have you thought about, there's probably a couple dozen back there.
Oh, I'm not in the business of removing them myself. No, if they're there, I'll just grab them.
Oh. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, there's a line there. She'll kind of look up at Brim, and she's like, "Did you do that?"
Yeah, and he'll...
As he's saying that, you see Brim suddenly, like a bubble popping. This illusion vanishes, and where this hairy beast stood, you now see Brim in his normal form. He kind of staggers a little bit as this happens atop the hill, and he kind of looks over.
Gimbal?
Yes?
Is that a common thing with that spell? You get hairier when you get larger?
My nose tickled a little bit when I casted it, but I don't think that's overly common. Didn't happen to me, I don't think.
What is Brim looking like right now?
He looks back to normal Brim in terms of physically. He can describe what his expressions, emotions, or actions are.
You'll see him scanning the area. He's kind of leaning on his greatsword now that he's gotten just the tip clean. And so finally he's like, okay, perfect. And it's back to normal size, so he's wiping it down. But as his eyes scan, you see that he'll rest on Shorewin very often, but he'll just keep scanning the area, then come back, and then keep watching, just making sure to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
But very serious looking.
The sun sinks a little lower in the sky. It's now last rays peeking over the horizon.
I suppose we should probably start going again. It's not very good in this area. This is not uncommon, and we're lucky that there's only 2, so we should probably get moving.
So Millie will kind of nod and then just climb back up on the cart and get ready to start driving the cart in.
All right.
Shorewind's going to go ahead and mount back up on Winston.
All right, you remount Winston. Millie steers the cart back onto the dirt track that exists between the two hills. The bodies of the giants now cooling as the night air grows more chill. There's still steam rising off of their bodies as the last heat of their forms dissipates. Anything else you're doing before you move on?
Lilith will get on the cart as well. She has a bit of a headache.
Okay.
Rubs her forehead every now and then.
Fair enough. All right, so Lilith is riding in the cart. Gimbal is riding in the cart.
Yeah, Gimbal will call up to Brim, just, Brim, we're heading out. I can't get up there, back up from the cliff because it's taller than him. Brim, out here. Yeah, we're heading out. I can't come up there to get you. We gotta.
I'm coming down. 1 second.
And he's going to hop down onto the next level.
If you'll accompany me for 1 second.
Yeah.
He's going to look back at the party and kind of do a quick jog over to the bodies. And he's going to put their clubs next to them, at least.
All right. So you see Brim almost in this sort of deference, or ritual would be the wrong word, but something that he's doing to show kindness to them. And he lays their clubs next to them, kind of moves the bodies into something less than the twisted repose that they lay in the dust with.
And then as he's walking away from each, he kind of kicks their foot as well. Just Gimbal can tell he's just very at odds with himself, and will run back to the party.
Everything looks good from my side above. But we're continuing on to the town?
Yeah.
Good.
Looking for Gallows Corner, I suppose, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you continue down, is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
And anyone else doing anything else before we move on?
Yeah, Brim, you mind if I just stay on your shoulder for a while?
Not at all. Go for it.
Okay.
All right, so you leap off the cart. Let me pull this back up on the battle cam here so everybody can see as you move on. Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for being with us tonight at Blue Box. Thank you for all the new followers and new subs. It's been a really fun night tonight. We appreciate that. And don't forget to type !hat to be in the giveaway of this Blue Box hat we're going to have in just a few minutes. And I think if we have time, I think we will. We're going to do a fireside chat or kind of an after chat. Vivi will have to leave during that because it's her early night. But we've got a few minutes left. And we've got giveaways and a giveaway and some fun stuff happening here in a second. All right, so back up on the battle cam. Tell me the order that you're traveling in. So you can see here, let me remove the bodies of the giants. You've now moved down further down the road. So is Brim sort of leading the way? Is it...
Shorewin will be up front.
Shorewin and Winston are up front, okay. Brim?
Far back. Behind the cart.
Behind the cart. All right. Millie.
I'm driving the cart.
You are driving the cart, and Ashrin is walking alongside on the opposite side. No, she's not trying to keep up with that horse.
There would be room for Ashrin if she wants, because Gimbal would be on.
Gimbal's on Brim's shoulder.
Yeah, she chooses not to. She's walking. Gimbal is on Brim's shoulder, so let me move him back there.
Ooh, that horse is defying gravity.
All right. As you move along the road, it moves into now full night. There is a pale moon hanging in the sky. You already know you are deep now into winter. The chill is bitter in the cold. The winds pick up around you. You do hear night creatures all around, but it is a chill night. You begin to shiver. You, by your best guess from the map, are still probably 3 hours or so from Gallows Corner.
All right.
No, never mind.
All right. Anybody doing anything as you're traveling along?
Lilith will just be nursing her headache, probably.
I couldn't remember what I was going to say. Brim is going to grab his cloak from the cart and put it on, and he'll put his hood over top of Gimbal to kind of cover him up. But while he's grabbing that, he's going to reach into one of his probably open pouch, and he's going to hand the helmet that he's not wearing to Lilith. Be like,
You might want this, or something along these lines.
I think you're muted.
Is it a helmet that fits you, you said? Is it shiny?
I mean, it's masterwork, so yeah, it would be shiny.
A little disdain on her face when she gets handed shiny things. She'll look at it and she'll kind of just like ting 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 on the helmet a little bit, and then she'll just put it on her head, and it obviously is way too big. And she'll look up at Brim. She'll be like, "Thank you, Brim. I don't know if this will help me right now. It seems a bit big, but I don't know if I like hats."
I don't think it will either. I just wanted to see it on you.
As he's gonna move further away from the cart.
And as like the cart is kind of like moving around, like the helmet is just kind of shifting and turning, and she's kind of trying to hold it like on her head the best she can.
Very nice, very nice. All right, anyone else?
Yeah, Gimbo will just warm in his jacket and then a little bit extra warmth with the hood of the Brim's cloak, kind of leaning against his head to whatever fashion walking allows.
Squeaks nuzzles next to your neck and kind of tries to warm himself inside the collar of your cloak.
And then let me verify this. I know I'm right about this, but he'll just start up a conversation with start up a conversation with Brim in Giant. Brim, I didn't know you spoke Giant.
Oh, freak. We'll to see if he kills Gimbal. No. Brim just like shakes for a second and just.
Yeah. I was thankfully taught by my father.
Did he teach you any other languages?
No. He just thought it might be good for me to know the language of, I guess, my blood.
Wait. Oh. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, did you always know him?
How did you learn Giant?
There's just different languages that... there's a few different ones that, we teach throughout the clan. Things that are available for those who are able to learn them. And learning about the arcane allowed me to learn a few different languages.
From what I was taught, Giant is a proud language, depending on who's speaking it.
You guys keep role playing while you're doing this. Shorewind, please roll d20 for me.
It makes me feel big sometimes. Makes me feel powerful. Sometimes I use ventriloquism with it and throw the voice around. That's a lot of fun. I thought I should not do that to you.
At 20.
Whoa, he says in the game.
All right, you guys keep talking.
Yeah, it's not something I often speak, but poor idiots couldn't know what was best for them.
What do you mean?
I worship Zodal and Hieronius. I don't know if you know much about them.
Oh, not really.
Hieronius is about glory in battle, and I greatly believe in that. It's who Uther followed.
Mm-hmm.
Bless his tainted soul.
Gimbal will mutter a few obscene words in Giant under his breath.
Brim will
Very
as well.
clear for Brim to understand.
But Zodal is about mercy,
Oh.
and finding mercy where it can be had. I'm a bit at odds with myself trying to find mercy when they just tried to kill members of my family. But it's hard to kill those that you rarely see that are of your kind. I wish I'd done more to protect you guys.
Nah. You did what you could. And
Not
I don't
enough.
know.
Shorewin, with your nat 20, you can barely hear the chatter, the deep bass voice of Brim rumbling in a foreign tongue, the somewhat squeaky staccato voice of Gimbal muttering in something which might be similar, but there is an illumination that catches your eye. You see in the rocks up ahead, there appears to be what might be the glint of fire, but more than this, you would have detected that of your own. But with that nat 20, you also smell something which smells pungent and sweet, not necrotic, not evil, but some kind of warm scent.
All right.
You see, if you look at the battle map, you can kind of see the flame just peeking over the edge of the rocks there ahead.
Question, DM, does it smell like axe?
Well, none of you have noticed this yet. So do you keep right? Shorewin was up front. Do you keep writing? What do you do, Shorewin?
I'm gonna actually slow down slightly, and enough for the cart, because I'm assuming the cart's directly behind me.
That's right. Yeah, you can see it
Yes.
here on that. If you're looking at the camera, you can see it.
So the cart to kind of start to move forward, and I'm just gonna hold my hand out as it comes forward, motioning at Millie.
Okay. So Millie, you see this. He kind of slows up. It doesn't now take a roll. It's pretty obvious. He's seen something ahead, and now you notice it too. There is an amber glow behind the rocks up ahead.
And I'll just not necessarily fully hiding my voice, but keeping fairly quiet. There's a flame up ahead around the outcropping, and there's a smell, a scent, something I've not smelled before. It's sweet, hard to describe.
Can I attempt to try to smell this fragrance now
Yeah.
that
Now that he's drawn it to your attention, it's evident. It wafts on the wind. You smell a powerful cologne wafting along the wind.
I knew it!
And I'll look at Millie. Have you smelled this before? Is this
Unfortunately, I know this smell very well.
Punches you in the nose, doesn't it?
Yes, I do believe you met the Paling in the form of this man once before.
The night that me and you were keeping watch, Sherwin.
Yes.
That's
Is this a paling then again?
Can I try to see if I can smell anything under the cologne?
As you inhale deeply, you hear a voice emanate from behind the rocks up ahead. My friends, you speak with enough sound to wake the dead among the deserts. But Yartas, he recognizes your voices. You are welcome by my fire, especially if the pretty Millie is among you.
Hello.
At that, I'm gonna yell burn.
You yell burn. There is then suddenly the sound of the plate armor coming up around Winston. And you see a figure warm in the firelight that appears from behind the rocks. He is a swarthy-looking man, probably under 6 feet tall. He's got what looks like an elaborate robe on. He kind of tussles it, and he beckons. Come to the fire of Yoshtox, my friends. There are precious few of our kind, meaning those that walk on 2 legs and do not eat human flesh, that are here in the deserts. Come and have a bit of roast with me. And he disappears back behind the rocks in the fire.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna look at. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, Lilith will just lean forward and kind of like try to talk to Millie, and she'll just be like, as much as I really hate that he made it the word his own name, I gotta admit, it is a cool effect.
I can respect the man's style for one thing.
I'm gonna look at Millie. Do we trust this man?
I would be wary, if nothing else. If it is himself, actually, I would at least watch a coin purse. But otherwise, we might just want to be on guard, since we know that the paling might not be the only one of its kind. And we've seen them use this ruse before.
What do you do?
What do you think we should? What do you think we should do? Stay with him or continue moving? John, about how much farther do we have?
You're only about 45 feet. Let's call it 20 yards, 25 yards.
No, I mean from the town.
Oh, I said it was right before this. I said you're probably a good 3 hours or so.
Okay.
So from the town.
Should we stop here, or do we feel like we should just continue on?
Lilith still has that map. She'll kind of pull that map out of her hip and kind of open it up for Shorewin to see. And I don't know if she can read maps, but she'll just say if she can, like navigate.
You can tell where the pictures are.
Yeah. Then she'll just hand it to Sherwin then. She'll be like, yeah, there's a map, if you can read it. It looks like we're still a ways out. And it's getting dark.
And somebody took quite a bit of injury back there and could use a rest. And
Why is it you tarry, my friends?
Pointed look at Shorewin, like, you need to rest.
And Shorewin looks and says, Lilith looks fine. It appears Ashton did quite a good job with it.
You hear the voice from behind the rocks again. Why do you tarry, my friends? Have you not found warmth at the fire of Yoshtox before?
She's gonna look at Yoshtox and say, who are you again?
Oh, you wound me.
Oh no, I just got hit in the head with a rock.
All right, so what do? Do you guys stay here? Do you move to the fire? Do you move on toward, do you go past him? Your call. What do you want to do?
Millie's gonna look back at Grim and Gimble. Are they still talking to each other in Giant?
I would say that we probably would have stopped at this point to see.
Millie's gonna just kind of look back and say, Bryn, do you smell anything?
He's gonna look at Gimbal and then move forward and try and go up to Yoshtox.
All right, so you're gonna walk up toward the fire.
Yes.
All right.
I want to be the frontline person.
All right, so your call here. You can approach on the side of the road, which would be this side. That's where he briefly appeared, or you can come around the back side. Your choice.
I'd like to come around the back side.
All right, you come around the back. As you come walking around the back, you see the familiar face, the swarthy, brown skin, dark hair. A bright smile splits the night, warmed, illuminated by the fire. Oh, it is my large friend. I have even enough for you, for there is always much to be found at the table of Yoshtox. All right. You still, all right. As you're sniffing, you see his smile almost impossibly breaks out even wider, and he says, "Tell me, my friend, is it the cologne of Yashtox, or is it the meat upon my fire which draws you? You don't smell anything like the sickly sweet necrotic smell of a paling."
And he's going to spend like the next almost minute probably coughing and sneezing to get most of that out of his nose.
Yeah, he's him.
All right, then we're relatively safe.
All right. As you come around the corner, I'll put you all over there so I can move the cam. Did you stay atop the wagon, Millie, or what are you doing? Are you getting off the wagon?
I'm going to kind of look back to Lilith, and I'm going to try to kind of subtly motion to her to get the chests in the cart covered up as best as possible with whatever we might have. Just 'cause... And then, I'll bring the cart closer to the fire and then dismount and just check the horses that were pulling it.
And Lilith will do as Millie suggests, and she'll kind of cover it up the best she can.
Now, this campfire, it's next to the road, but it's behind the outcropping, correct?
That's correct, exactly.
All right.
In fact,
So
I'll pull it
Shorman's-
up here. You'll be able to see it a little bit better on the cam now.
Okay.
So, the road, if you're watching, the road is here, moves on the out. This is the direction you were going, or the outcropping. All of you have come around this side. This is Yashtox. As he sits there, you see he's got this colorful robe that he flourishes around him, and you see Brim still sneezing and coughing on the other side of the fire. The fire is high, and there is what looks like a giant piece of roast meat of some kind turning on a spit. The sound of the campfire kind of drowns out the sound of the surrounding nightlife. And Yaj, he smiles as you walk over. "Ah, be still, my heart. It is you, Millie. I have thought of nothing but you since the very first time you came and sat by my fire." But then his eyes cut over toward Shorewin. "But do I have competition, a suitor? Who is this?"
Does Shorewin overhear this?
Oh yeah, he's
Okay, good.
he's kind of
Just wanted to make
he
sure
kind
it's
of
loud enough.
flourishes his cloak at you like, is this I assure you, he can be no competition for the love of your stocks.
And on that, Shorewin is going to, as skillfully and as gracefully as possible, dismount from Winston.
Okay.
I am Shorewin Tessel of Corwood, and you are my friend?
Have you not heard my name? Have they not sung and regaled the tales of the deeds of Yashtox and how I saved them when they were but just freshly from Hamlet and seeking to the desert for help? And it was none other than Yashtox.
I have seen your visage. I have fought your visage, and I thought we had been done with your visage.
Okay, you say that. He taps. I know of what you speak. He pulls up his arm. You see he's got a scar that's like more of a scab, not quite freshly healed. A chunk is missing from his arm. You fought this creature. It came to me looking like one of my lovers. Well, one of my many lovers. And as I tried to discern was it really her, it turned upon me. I was, of course, able to fight it away. That is the way of Yashtox. But it took a bit from my flesh, and it made mention of taking my own visage to use against me. Now I know it sought to turn the heart of my love Millie away from me.
Can Lilith look over at Ashen real quick just to see what her demeanor looks like? Just curious.
Go ahead and describe him. And by the way, any of our viewers, yes, Yashtox is what they call that, amalgam? Am I getting that right? I forget how it is. J Scott, but not actually J Scott, but it's anagram. That's what I'm looking for.
It was easier when it was Ram, because then it was an Anna in it.
Exactly. Oh wow, yeah, exactly right. He flourishes his cloak. He kind of puffs out his chest a bit. I have been waiting for you.
Shorewin looks
again, Evan. I apologize, friend. No one in this group has ever mentioned your name.
You cannot wound me. I know you seek to be my rival. I'm quite certain that you heard of me, if not from my other friends. He looks at each of you, but certainly from Millie. Here, he reaches, he pulls out a big chunk of meat, rips it right off, and he holds it out to Brim.
And as Brim takes it, he's kind of going to lean down and cock his head.
What makes you think I'm not your rival? Oh, my fine half-ogre friend. You have always been one of wit, and I have appreciated this about you so much. So different than all the others of your kind. The rival of perhaps you could certainly rival me in combat. I would have no wish to tangle blades with you, my friend, but when it comes to the ways of women, we know this is not true.
A little bit of Brim dies as he eats his fingers.
What's everyone else doing?
Well, Millie just finished off the contents of her flask during Josh's presentation, and during the time when, because Millie and Lilith were passing the flask back and forth as this was going on, and when he said that the paling had disguised itself as one of his former paramours, Millie actually leans over to Lilith and says, I'm surprised you could actually remember the way he talks.
He actually overhears this. He flashes the most winsome smile in your direction. You do your talks much great honor. Yes, it is true that I have had many, but I remember the most beautiful, and you will certainly be remembered.
Me? Unlikely, dear. Very, very unlikely.
She plays the hard to get. Well, let's not worry about this for now. Come and enjoy my fire. What brings you back into the desert of the Cran Hills and up in this desolate land? I frankly am still not quite through with my business with the headhunters of Norwell, and I do not wish to be found of them just yet, but the time will come that Yaj will be back in the city. Why are you here again?
Yaj, can I see your arm again?
He holds it up, pulls back the sleeve. You see it looks like a claw mark, and there's a chunk of flesh that's missing and scabbed over.
So it sounds like what you said is this paling made a comment that with some of you it can turn into you?
Yaj confesses, I am not one of the arcane arts. My skills are only with the blade and the blade. I do not dabble in the other arts, and I think this is what the creature was saying. Mark views. Gag me with a spoon.
Well, I mean, if that's true, then we all know that we're not gonna run into each other if that's true, because we all. Or have any of us been attacked and scratched by this thing?
Brim was.
Pretty sure.
Winston was.
Winston was. Very much so.
So.
Galen, you found Galen's dead body, and you know he impersonated Galen. It all starts to click in your head.
So we should at least be mindful that, that this is a high possibility.
Just kill us both.
And
he scratched me too.
John, is it just plain obvious, or can I do an Arcana check to see if this clicks with anything?
I mean, no need to do an Arcana check because this is not something you have ever heard of. These creatures are unfamiliar to you. We've done a little bit of this before, but the implication is clear. Whether it's accurate or not, you can't determine, but the implication is clear. But he repeats, so what brings you to Yashdog's fire again? What has brought you here?
Like I told you last time, dear, our business is ours as yours is yours.
So be it. And you forget that Yashdog is the man of great knowledge. I can help you, perhaps. We could perhaps return favors.
I don't know that I want to get any favors from you, yeah. Thank you. There.
Yaj,
Yes, my short little friend.
do you prescribe to the concept that what's in your mind is perhaps more powerful than what is real?
He kind of rubs his chin for a moment. And Yar sense from the first time I met you, you are somewhat of the philosophical kind. I see this. If I take your meaning, yes, it is, especially when one deals with women. If you can plant the idea in their mind, you can woo them to your ways. If you wish training in this from Yaj, I can teach you.
No, well, what I meant is perhaps I can help you achieve your goal, but maybe not in the exact way, but in the exact way at the same time. Look, Yaj, if you can help us with different things, perhaps I can help you in your own kind of way.
He leans closer, kind of whispers conspiratorially. I appreciate your offer, little friend, but Yash needs no help in these ways. I am quite accomplished, but tell me how I can help you. Perhaps I can throw you some information. Protect Millie at all costs. The chat's going nuts. I'm sorry, I've done this to Jay. Sorry, Jay.
I mean, I know we're heading places. They're going to have better answers on what we're looking for. I mean, I'm always up for learning a trick or having a conversation or getting to know different things. So I'm up for talking to you. I could even show you a few of my abilities if that is enough to get some more information. Really, I'm cool with you if you just don't touch any of my friends.
My friend, you have no worries. Yaj only touches when the ladies ask, and this always happens with Yaj. But I will not do anything which is untoward. But where do you go where you speak of people who will know more than Yaj? Where here in this desolate, forsaken land do people know more than Yaj talks?
Well, there's no one else here to know more than you, so I don't know that that's saying a lot, so.
You know, Schwargazol.
You say that, the smile drops from his face. His head pivots around. Straight to the point then, Ogre, yes. You speak of the Orc Warlord, the one atop the dragon. Yes, of course Yash knows this.
Where?
Where what? Where is he? The dragon? Yes, Gajol, they travel the crowns. Why do you seek him? To seek such is only to seek death.
We have business with him.
What manner of business would one have with an orc atop a dragon, besides the business of dying?
That could be the business we're in right now. Regardless, do you know where he is? It's a simple question with a simple answer.
You sound demanding now, my friend. Your honor, it does not impress me, and you will not be competing for her hand by me. If you wish to know more, I know of this orc, and I know of this dragon, and I could be forthcoming, but I will not do so if you will not even tell me why.
Because we're searching for someone that he may know.
The orc, he does not consort with humans. I don't imagine he would be someone that would know someone that you know.
I
Actually-
understand. Oh,
He was consulting with humans the last time we saw him, so a bit of information's a little out of date, dear.
This is possible. Omniscience is not something that Yash Tax has claimed, just more than knowledge of others.
Well, apparently your knowledge is a little lacking.
Then enlighten me, fair lady. 1. What is it you seek, or who is it you seek? And 2, how may I take your hand?
That's a longer conversation that we don't have time for right now because Lilith needs to go.
All right.
It's her time.
I know. All right. We're going to stop there for tonight. Thank you so much, Lilith. I was trying to see if we could push the plot just a little bit further forward, but understandably we couldn't. Everybody was so distracted by the charm of Yaj Talks. Let's give Lilith a hand. Thank you so much, Lilith. We're going to do a vote for our Stream MVP before we do our giveaway. Before you leave, would you just like to tell us why Lilith should be Stream MVP?
Lilith should be Stream MVP for staying alive, busting kneecaps and taking names, crit on almost nut cracking the giant, also because she has Brim in her heart, so she didn't want to do it because she saw the disdain in Brim's face, so she said, and I won't get him in the nuts, I guess. She spared his nuts.
The Nut Sparer. So she is named. So let it be written, so let it be done. You have a great night. Thank you so much. Leave your cam up. I'll go ahead and I will kill it here so we won't see your living room or whatever it is that you have there. Hold on here. Properties. Not that one. And we appreciate all of what you did tonight. And so well done as always. All right. Now, we're going to go through the rest of you. We're going to do Stream MVP. We're going to do our giveaway, which we will do a roll-off for the giveaway, which is this great blue box hat, embroidered. This is not just vinyl. This is a super high-quality hat, well-stitched. It's got the full embroidery of the beautiful Blue Box logo. It's just on one side, so it's tasteful. It's not dominating the whole hat. This is a hat you want to wear, and we're going to give that away, and then we'll have a little bit of an after chat. So, I'm going to have you go around, and each of you are going to tell us why you should be Stream MVP. And as you're doing that, I will tell you who you are going to be rolling for on the giveaway. Let's start with Terry. Why should Shorewin be Stream MVP tonight?
Shorewin should be Stream MVP for a multitude of reasons. Most importantly, almost dying again, but more so, again, putting himself in the face of danger to assist those who he has started to make connections with. Pointing out specifically that even though there was an ogre or a giant next to him, he saw Lilith under attack and ran directly in that direction.
He did. It was gloriously noble of him, and always well role played. So you will be rolling for tonight BCHDR, Butch Doctor. I don't know what that is. You got to still be with us to be present to win, and that is not a sub. But if you're still with us, BCHDR, pop it in the chat and let us know, and you will be eligible for the giveaway. If not, if you're not with us, we will roll again for who Shorewin will roll. Let's go now to Rory. Tell us why Gimbal should be Stream MVP. And while you're talking, I'll be right back. I got something I got to attend to real quick upstairs.
So Gimbal should be Stream MVP because of his interaction with Squeaks. He had pre-planned already with the making of the cloak and the small pouches to be able to utilize them in a fashion like this. So Gimbal is always trying to think of it, and then being able to utilize the environment to that advantage, dealing with the one giant with the mage hand and powder, as well as dazing him. So really disorientating him, and then utilizing Squeak's friendship and having Squeaks run up the back of the other one and trying to get an irritant into that ear. Also, his interaction with Brim and just the dialogue in Giant, kind of trying to relate to him both in a language as well as having a continued conversation about Brim, learning that there was some kind of relationship with his father. It wasn't just absentees. There was something there to be continued.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not.
Oh, and I made Brim big.
I mean, what's better than that? I mean, I made him giant and hairy, I guess.
Yeah, you made Brim big and hairy. So I had something in mind with that. Has anyone watched The Umbrella Academy?
Yes.
Yes.
You know who I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Luther? Luther? Yeah.
Luther.
That's what I saw in my head. All right, so I'm sorry you didn't hear all that, Rory. I'll rewatch it on the stream, but I'm sure it was fantastic. And you did BCHDR? Nope.
No, there was no response.
Okay. All right, so we're going to re-roll for Terry. Terry, you're rolling for Mikey B. I know Mikey B is on. We've seen him on the chat a lot. And you, Rory, will be rolling for Pat 66. And Pat is always with us. Hey, Lord Coyote. All right, let's go to now. Millie, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, let's see. I made sure the cart and the horses were safe when we first encountered the giant. And then I did crit the one giant and stopped attacking the second one on the condition that he didn't hurt Lilith again.
Right.
Which was very in character for her, both trying to respect Brim's wishes as well as doing whatever it takes to protect Lilith. And then her interactions with Yash talks because Lord.
No, that was about the most active the chat got tonight. Yaj Talks really brought out the chatters. You know, he's just such a different character than what I normally play, and it was kind of fun to watch how everybody reacted to him, and also to know I'm kind of spoofing Jay a little bit in fun. That was really well done. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, well done as always, and you got a lot of love from the chat tonight. Okay, so let's see here. You're going to be rolling for Mark Views. Congratulations, Mark. Mark was super active in the chat tonight, as always. He is working on Squeak's artwork, and we love it when people that are contributors also are viewers regularly, like John, DCG. So great tonight to have him on a whole stream. All right, let's go to Rory. Let's go to Brim. Why should Brim be Stream MVP?
Rory, Brim, Josh should be.
Somebody said Squimble earlier for Squeaks and Gimbal. I like Squimble.
Squimble. That's cute. Let's see. Brim should be Stream MVP because he finally got to take a hit with his armor, which I need to know how much damage that took. The armor, not me. But gosh, he wanted to try and be diplomatic through a lot of fight. He didn't do a lot of damage like he could have. He tried to speak giant to get them to stop, but it just kept not working. And then his interaction with Gimbal towards the end, and then his ability to snort some Yaj talks.
Wow, yeah, not something I thought would be said. No, and that was really good role play, and you kind of uncovered a bit of it, but there's so much more to that. Why these hill giants were creatures that you really wanted to engage rather than slaughter, so consistent with your character. All right, and so the giveaway again is one of these, not this exact one, but one of the, ooh, that's not a good look. One of these.
Number 4.
Blue Box, just trying to show the logo on that side. Blue Box hats, and you will be rolling for Captain Myamorph. Josh, you got Myamorph. And so all of those are subs, all the folks that are in it, and congratulations to all of you being in the roll-off. And by the way, don't leave us. We're going to hang out for just a few minutes. It won't be long. We'll do a little after chat tonight. There's always fun stuff that the players talk about, and we're going to invite you into that for just a few minutes. All right, let's start. The poll should be up any second now. And as the poll pops up, you can vote. And while you're voting, we're going to roll. So we'll start with Terry. Tell us who you're rolling for, and roll 2d20s.
Mikey B.
That is a
Come on,
great
Cozy.
sub.
Come on, Cozy. Be
Let's-
good to me, Cozy.
Be cozy.
12. Not good.
We have a 12. Now that could win, though. There's only 4 tonight that are rolling for this, right? We don't have 5, so it's a smaller pool. Let's go to to Rory. Rory, let's see what you've got, and tell us who you're rolling for.
Pat 66.
Pat 66. 12 is the number to beat.
3 and a 4.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right, so we are still in the running, Mikey B. Pat, sorry about that. You don't get the hat. But we have... you can vote for Stream MVP, upper right-hand corner, click that little arrow. You'll see Brim, Gimbal, Lilith, Millie, and Shorewin. Lilith gave her reasoning before she had to leave, so don't forget that. She is a worthy nominee as well. And let's go now to Evelyn. Evelyn, tell us who you're rolling for and give us the roll.
I am rolling for Mark Views.
Mark Views. Hey, Ranger Harley, no soup for you.
No.
Natural 20, baby.
Oh, come on. Somebody needs to take away her Dragon Crafting Guild tray. I think that John sent her a loaded tray. That is just too ridiculously many nat 20s. All right, let's go to Josh. Tell us who you're rolling for and give us your roll.
After my morph, here we go.
Maya Morph, we need a nat 20.
Natural 18.
And the second one?
Nat 20!
For real? Oh, we have a nat 20 roll off. Okay. All right, so roll ahead. So he was asking you to roll on her tray. So he didn't trust your tray, but hey, all Dragon Crafting Guild trays can roll those 20s. So we now have a roll off. And so we now go to 1d20. They're both subs, so no reason for us to do 2. And I'm going to have you roll them. I'll have you go one at a time. Let's have you start first, Evelyn. Give us the roll.
Here goes. 19.
Oh my gosh, a 19. And you're rolling for Mark Views. All right, now you rolling, and Josh, you have a 1.
Nat 1.
Mark Views is the winner. Congratulations, Mark Views. And I think I have your stuff, but if not, send it to me on Discord. In our direct message, me, BlueBox, on our Discord. We'll pop the Discord creds again. And before we wrap up tonight, I just want to say thank you again to all the players. Yes, Mark Views, you won. And so you get not this one, you get a new one, or one that I have not worn. Blue Box hat. These things are really nice. Congratulations. And let's give a round of applause to our Mad Chatters. Mad Chatters were awesome tonight. So well done. Go ahead, Evelyn.
We have a tie in the Stream MVP.
Oh, we have a tie. It's a Brim Lilith tie. All right, so Brim, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you say again why you think you should win, and then we're going to elect a champion for Lilith. So who would like to speak on behalf of Lilith and rep her? All right, so Evelyn will rep Lilith. So we're going to redo the poll. While we're redoing the poll, we'll start the fireside chat. And we've got just a few more minutes here tonight. It'll be fun. You'll enjoy this. It's always fun when we talk after the show. And we'll do another vote off for the stream MVP. This is important. This is experience points for these players, whoever wins. All right, so while she gets ready to pop the poll back up, tell us why Lilith should be stream MVP.
Well, Lilith should be stream MVP because, let's see, she did a lot of very nice RP, subtle RP in the background with Millie, as well as she made the comments about the burn spell and actually appreciating the usage of it, understanding that even though she doesn't like shiny things, that she can appreciate the reason for it. Also, her giving Gimbal the tooth to replace the one that he lost. Let's see. Think.
Well, you don't have to oversell it. I mean, come on, give Brim a chance.
And just the fact that like she instead of like properly like cleaning the blood off, she just kind of smeared it around and added more to the.
That actually was a really clever moment. I like that a lot. Yes, well said. All right, so all good reasons to vote for her. And Gimbal, why don't you be the champion? I'm not going to make Brim say it again. That would be unfair to Josh. Tell us why Brim should be stream MVP.
Okay, that was unexpected. Okay. Okay. So, Brim should be MVP because of his massive size. And even with his massive size and getting even more massive, he still was a gentle giant.
So, just everything about how he stayed in character, tried to persuade, just like he tried to persuade the dragon, he tried to persuade these two giants, and he was even making some headway with them until that ended.
All right, well done. Let's reopen the MVP vote.
Back up.
And by the way, we have a question for you if you're watching tonight, and we've had a lot of followers tonight. We've had a lot of subs. Thank you for all the gift subs. Thank you for all the bits, the cheers. You guys have been incredible tonight as viewers. We appreciate that. But we know there are some of you that are lurking, and we've seen some of you even. So if you're watching tonight, and you liked any part of the role play, the great characters, the moderately acceptable DMing, the visuals, the artwork, the sound, the lighting, if you liked any of it and you haven't followed us yet, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on and give us a follow. If you're a follower, give us a sub. Help support what we're doing here to grow old school D&D and roleplay. And if I've offended any of Jay's friends and followers tonight with my portrayal of Yaj Talks, I apologize. It's all in good fun, and Jay knows all about it. Well, maybe he doesn't know how far I took it tonight, but he knows I have. All right.
I have a question, John.
All right, fire away.
Okay, since we're around a campfire and we left around a campfire, does that mean we get to do text RP around the campfire this week?
Absolutely. So it means two things. It means text RP around the campfire, and I will participate as Yaj.
Yes.
On Monday.
Don't do it all on Tuesday morning, please.
Tuesday morning.
But then also, it means that you will have rest tonight. And there will be XP, and one would only presume Shorewin will finally see level 5.
Well, he just needs to rest because he got it from his
I know. All right, good question. All right, so for the rest of our viewers, hey Jay, I'm glad you're a good sport about it. Yaj Talks is, he is quite the ladies' man. He is debonair, and actually it's not all flash. He's got some substance. He's a good-looking man. He smells good. He flourishes well. But he is.
Smells good.
He
smells.
He's a bit over the top.
He has a fragrance.
I will admit, so I came up with the idea for Yaj Talks, episode 2, I think, of Greyhawk Awakening, but he has evolved a bit, and he was influenced. So you guys have heard me talking about an author. I'm a big fantasy reader. I read a lot of fantasy books, but you've heard me talking about one lately. I've reread all of the books of his First Law series, his new follow-up to that. Anyone know the name of that author? See if any of the chatters know, because I've mentioned it a couple of times. There's no XP on the line here. And I've got a point with this, because it's an influence on Yaj Talks. There's an influence that I've placed on Yaj Talks. I'm thinking of a character that was crafted by this author. What author have I? Joe Abercrombie, DM Dingbat, Dr. Seuss. No, not Dr. Seuss. Joe Abercrombie's. Man. Now, again, it is not PG. Don't give this to your 12-year-old kid. The themes are adult. Not like horribly adult, but there's reference, a lot of reference to torture, and there's strong language in the books. But the authoring is absolutely incredible. The prose is fantastic, and it gets better and better. His new series, while the storytelling is as good in the old series, his new series really takes the quality of the prose to a whole other level. But there is a character, and now I'm really going to test the Abercrombie fans in our chat. What character do you think, no Dr. Seuss, I'm sorry, what character do you think in the Joe Abercrombie First Law series, and I forget even what the second trilogy, there's 2 books done in the second trilogy, I forget what the trilogy name is, was influenced by what was the Abercrombie character that influenced Yaj Talks? Because Yaj was on a different level today. We'll give you a chance to guess while we're waiting. The stream MVP, is it over?
Yeah, Lilith won.
Lilith! Oh, in absentia. Keith Urban is not the answer. Congratulations to Lilith as Stream MVP. I don't know if she's listening still on her way to work. If not, we'll let her know. But well deserved. She did a great job.
She saw in chat. She
Okay. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yes. Hey, her first crit. I mean, that was awesome tonight. I didn't realize she hadn't had a crit yet. So not Logan Nine Fingers. Antiquitous, although Logan Nine Fingers, or the Bloody Nine, is my favorite, right next to Sandanglocta in the Abercrombie characters. But there is one, I believe his name is Nikomokoska. Nikomokoska is a mercenary you first see in the city of Dagaska, and he comes up later on in Adua. He's a mercenary. And he is very much he's a rogue. He is not quite as charming as Yaj Tox, but he thinks he is. And he was an influence on the way I played Yaj Tox. So fun to read. All right, what are the questions, comments? Fireside chat. Go ahead, Gimbal.
Just that I'll leave my camera up, but I have to step out.
All right. Hey, we'll see you. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Rory. Anybody else, comments or questions? Reutermo, no. Not Dinosaur, no. Carls were part of what the, what the Northmen had. They had thralls and Carls and named men. Josh, you look like you're thinking about something.
I'm thinking about a lot. I mean, I usually ruminate on the past session, on what's happened, on how this will further affect my character, how he'll interact with the other characters in the party, and just trying to figure all that out. Because especially going week to week, I don't know how other people do it, but like getting back into the character pre-session, and just, of course, rewatching the show really helps, but just trying to get to that same headspace of like, okay, he just watched two of his kind, not of the same strain, but of his kind, die. He rarely sees them. How will I prep for this again? How will this be going forward? And kind of making those different tallies and weights and everything, which is what led him to finally telling Brother Smith that he would choose good. It's because enough weighed in the favor.
That's right.
That I felt like would push him to that point. So now it's just me sitting here like, okay, what do I want to do going forward? But also, how damaged is the armor?
So you got a dent. It's nothing you can't work with. So I'll let you know if there's like damage to the armor. We'll work on an armor system. I don't like to be overly cumbersome with how we handle that, like weapon damage and armor damage. So I'm not making you chart each little thing, but I will tell you when it needs repair or you've got some damage which has decremented the AC bonus that you're getting from the armor. So there's a degree of realism without the tail wagging the dog in terms of how gritty we have to be with it. So good questions, and yes, it is definitely the unladen swallow. But I still don't, I need to know if it's the blue or the red. That's so important. All right, any other questions or comments? I don't know who to raid tonight, so if anybody has a suggestion on my raid channels, the only ones I see that I would be likely to raid, I don't know, Level Up TTV. They say they're playing D&D. That's the only one that says they're playing D&D.
I see BlueBoxRPG, I see Not Great RPG.
I don't see either one of them. Let me try again.
They're both live right now.
Let me try again. Huh.
So is Nightheart Gaming.
Oh, Nightheart is up. All right. Nightheart, they're a great group. They support the community we're part of. I don't know why they're not popping up on my... Oh, I see. They're doing painting.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, I don't really want to send over to painting. I'd rather send over to an actual... So Praetor, yeah, let me check Praetor's rejects, see if they're Praetor. And thank you, everybody, again. Congratulations. Yeah, they're playing some D&D over there, Praetor's Rejects, so we're going to raid them. That'll kick off in a few seconds. We have time for one or two more questions real quick.
I hope you guys dinosaur through this next week.
Oh, okay, look, I'm just... All right, there will be no XP going to Brim this week. You just took it too far. You took it too far, my friend. No, I'm kidding. Hey, much love to all of you. Hey, enjoy it. Look, it's a stressful time out there. everybody is worried about all kinds of things which are worth worrying about. You got politics, you've got COVID, you've got unrest, you've got social issues, you've got people that are being impacted by the economy. Be good to each other. Enjoy fantasy. Enjoy reading good books that relieve you from that stuff. Enjoy playing games that connect you with friends. And just remember, you always have a home here at Blue Box, enjoying good, fun games and an escape from reality with some great, great role players. So Blue Box rating Praetor's Rejects with, I believe, 41. And we will see you tomorrow night with Lore Masters Arcanum. All right, thank you, you three, for hanging with us a little bit longer tonight. But I thought it was a really fun session. Well done. And yeah, we rated them with 41. And RejectoBot just hosted the stream for, I don't know what that means. What's a RejectoBot? All right, guys, anything else? I'll get out XP before, let's see, so today's Tuesday. I got a really busy day tomorrow. It should be by Friday. I'll get XP out, and then of course, we'll have all the level ups, and we'll do the, feel free to go ahead and jump in the Discord and start the text-based roleplay as soon as you would like. And just know again, your DM appreciates you. Have a great week, guys.
You too.
All right, see ya.